are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
BlueNote Fan Report. Hey, good morning. Well, morning my time, afternoon where you are. It is Matinee. There are only 2 games on the slate, and we are the only game playing right now. Yes, that is true. The St. Louis Blues are taking on the Los Angeles Kings. This game, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, would have seemed like an uphill battle. Now it doesn't. We are a point behind them for the number 1 overall wild card spot. They have a game in hand, but we win tonight's game. We jump them. We go from the bridesmaid to the preacher, right? We skip the bride. We go right in front. And all we got to do are actually from bridesmaid to bride. We skipped the maid of honor. I guess I screwed that up. But, it's a big game tonight. We're on a 4-game winning streak. And I think we've won the last 3 of the last 4 games 4-3. 2 in overtime. I talked about the 3. I talked about 2 of the games. I talked about the Calgary game. I talked about the Vancouver game, and how a lot of people saw a lot of negative out of that Calgary game. And I didn't see as much negative out of that. I saw a lot more positive. I saw a lot of people have a lot of positive about Vancouver. I saw a lot more negative. Now, when you look at the Seattle game, I see it both. I see the negative and I see the positive, right? I think it's split. We came into that game. I don't know. You put 3 games in 4 nights, and it showed. It showed early, and we got behind. But it never got away, and that's what's important. The game never got away from the Blues. When they needed a big goal, they got a big goal, and they got a couple of them. They got power play goals. They had 2 power play goals against Seattle. That's huge. Right now, our anemic power play is showing signs of life. And we have jumped all the way. Our power play at one point was the worst power play in the league. And we're all the way up to 25th. Now, I say all the way up. When you were last, and you were last most of the season, and within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're at 25th, that's a leap. Right? You're taking a leap. 21 goals and 136 attempts. We're down there in attempts. There's teams that have a lot more attempts than us. Right? Like, for example, the Kings, they're 15th at 21.4%. We're at 15.4%, by the way, after being around 8%. Now, Kings have 154 attempts. We have 136, right? So 36, 46. So that's 18 more attempts. They have 33 goals. We have 21. So that's 12 goals. We'd have to go 12 for 18 to match them, to be at 20. I don't see it happening, but we're getting better. we have a major break coming up. Major break. A lot of teams started their bye week this week. We are one of the teams that starts our bye week after the All-Star game. So we won't play again. We play Columbus on Tuesday, and then we won't play again until the 13th of February. Or no, the 6th of February. No? Yeah, the 6th of February. We won't play again until the 6th of February. Let me get this right. No. To the 10th of February. I'm looking at the wrong dates. We won't play again until we play a matinee on, well, not really a matinee, an early game on Saturday, the 10th. The rest of that's off. After Tuesday, we are off until February 10th. That's huge. Now, one thing that you got to look at, for us, the majority of this, because of there's no practice, no nothing. This is all time for the guys. And if they can take this time and use it wisely, oh, Gabe, hello, Stephanie, Tad, thank you for putting those thumbs and love in the air. Greatly appreciate it today as we get ready for the game. Bannister's doing a great job. Where's the comments? I got E here. I guess it's just going to be me today monologuing in my monologue. I won't talk about that in my monologue. Ryan Green, Queen of LA. So this game is kind of weird. This is one of those weird games. It is on the NHL Network and surprisingly not blacked out for me right now. Right? Because it's in LA. LA is a local market for Hawaii, which makes no effing sense. No effing sense whatsoever. However, that's what it is. Oh, Matt Lowe. Oh my goodness. We have a Matt Lowe sighting. The milk carton worked. I put a milk carton alert out last week, and it worked. We have a Matt Lowe sighting. Oh my goodness. Wow, Matt Lowe sighting. Jose's driving. Well, you can't drive too far in St. Louis. We swept. Yes, we did. This is a big game. This is a big game. I mean, if you could go into the break in a wild card spot, ooh, probably not. I don't think so. I'm watching it on center ice, but the game itself, I am probably going to watch on. I will watch the intermissions and that on center ice, but because center ice has about a minute delay. No, I did, man. I've been putting out, milk cartons for people that haven't been around in a while. I love you, Matt. Right? I don't mind. Look, people think I get upset when people disagree with me. I don't. In fact, I love it. It's okay. It's okay for you to be wrong. I did not mean that. That was a joke. I think you got it. It's on Bally's in the Lou. So I'm on the NHL media site. I got put in. So on this site, the main page, it shows you what games are being played, and what markets they're on, right? For the Blues, it says they're on Bally Sports Midwest, BWS, NHL Network, and TVAS. TVAS is for Canada, right? So this game's being shown in Canada. So the broadcast, the main feed is going to be the Bally feed. Now, on NHL Network, they do the showcase. They have their own announcers. I could more than likely be, now it's surprising because normally this game. Okay, bud. Normally this game is considered an in-market game for me and it's blacked out. But right now, I guess I'm lucky and it's not blacked out. I'm hoping it's not going to be blacked out on NHL Network. Let me see here. So I'll kind of keep an eye on it because if it's not blacked out, I'm going to be at a 2-minute. I'm going to be at a 2-minute delay. It makes it a little bit harder for everything to happen. I mean, it's showing. I mean, I don't know if it, like I said. Oh, and then the Tuesday game's on NHL Network. Woohoo!
So leave it to Smart Asset to find them for you. Take the free quiz.
No. I've never said I didn't like Bannister. I never said that. I don't have I don't want to say I don't have an issue with Bannister. Bannister is doing a good job. My concern with Bannister is he, and yes, I know he's been a minor league coach, right? But is he the guy to coach these young guys at the NHL level? There's a difference between coaching them at the AHL level and coaching them at the NHL level. There really is a difference. And that's the question I have with Bannister. Tad says, watch the Blues on a laptop and the Chiefs on red. Well, the Chiefs game isn't till after this game, right? I thought the Chiefs game wasn't until after this game. Hey Daniel, how you doing, bud? It's on the Bally's app. Yeah, most games are going to be on the Bally's app. I froze. Did I still freeze or I'm undone? Hey, rolling, ride. 2 p.m. Oh, I guess the Chiefs. I thought the Chiefs game was the late game. I know there's a late game, right? There's one. I guess because that's in. It makes sense that the late game is the West Coast game. Okay, so I don't expect many people to be watching me. And I thought the Chiefs game was the later game. Oh well. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep abreast of things. Have fun with today's game. We'll see what happens. 9 a.m. our time, Chiefs at 10 a.m. our time. Okay, so an hour into our game, I lose everybody. Right? Yeah, the late game's in San Francisco. I'm not a huge football fan. I mean, I follow the game enough. I did watch the game, some of the games last week, and I did watch the Kansas City game. When we played the Vancouver game, I likened it to the Chiefs game against the Bills. I felt like it was bend don't break, and tonight it's not bend don't break. It's take. The Blues have got to take from puck drop full on. Now, I haven't seen lineups yet. Games like this, it's harder to get the lineups from everybody. Let me see if I can come up with something here real quick. What's Matt DeFrank's got for me? Here we go. Okay, I've got the lineups on both sides. Are you guys ready? So for the Kings, we have Kopitar with Kempe and Lafayette. The Nault with Fiala and Moore. The Boys with Anderson, Doran, and Gunderstorm. Turcotte with Caleb and Lewis. On defense, you have Anderson and Doherty. Garkov and Roa, and Eugling and Spencer, with Richie in net, and Tablet has the backup. For the Blues, looks like there are no changes. Falk is still out. I think Bennington's in. No, Hoffer's in net. Shit, I needed Bennington in net today. Hoffer's in net. Not sure how I feel about that. I kind of feel like this is the game Bennington should have been in net, especially with. Oh, this is the game Bennington should. I will say that this is the game Bennington should have been in net. Right? You can let Hoffer start against. You can let Hoffer start against Columbus, and then give Bennington that big rest. Thomas with Kyrou and Bushnevich, Shen with Neighbors and Sod, Hayes with Walker and Torpachenko. I still think Hayes should be up and Sod should be down. Sunquist with Blaze. Oh, Walker's out. Oh no, Walker's up. Sunquist with Blaze and Alexandra. There we go. Dun 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 dun.
He's all the way at the red line. You get knocked down, you're on the.
You're better than Facebook. I'm not sure what that means. First Porsche win at 24 Hours of Daytona since 1969. Oh, that's cool. I didn't pay attention to it this weekend. I forgot about it actually. 2 TVs downstairs. Marianne. Doc said the coach. He says he coaches a lot like Chief. They did coach the AHL, so my concern is that he's going to adjust or stay stagnant. Again, for me, there's same lineup. No, a little bit. Well, Hoffer's in. For me, the big thing is you coach guys in the AHL differently than you coach guys in the NHL. You have to, right? And that is kind of what concerns me. And like Marianne says, that Bannister is sort of the same type of coach as Berube. One thing that Bannister has done more than Berube did is the last thing he's been saying has been a positive statement, right? And that's huge. With Berube, it didn't matter what happened. Yep, puck drop in about 12 to 15 minutes. Give or take. The Blues could shut out a team 5-0, and the last thing he would say is something they did wrong. Well, I get it, but again, there's no such thing as a perfect game, and I get that. But what do people remember? What are you going to remember? You're going to remember the last thing said to you, not the first, right? And if you remember, if I want you to walk away from something. If we have a meeting, when I was the MWR president for the shipyard, every meeting I had, I made sure I ended on a positive note. Oh, I'm better than football. Okay. I ended on a positive note. I wanted people to walk away thinking about the positive things. So that's what I want. That's what I think is helping this team more than anything else. Is they have a tough game or they're rough, but he comes back and he ends with the positive, and that's what he leaves them with is the positive, and that's so important. So important. And it's not just, if you want to sit there, I think about things a lot, right? And I know that the Kings, they are first in the wild card. They are sitting at I was just looking at they are 22, 15, and 9 for 53 points. We are 25, 20, and 2 for 52 points. We are 1 point out of the wild card. Both them and the Predators are sitting at 53 points in the wild card. I think that's correct. That could have changed, but I think that's correct. Let me do a quick double check just to make sure I'm not wrong on that. So yes, both the Kings and the Predators have 53 points. The Preds have 2 games in hand on us. So we are well within the margin. Right? We are within the margin. And that's what's important, to stay within that margin. And actually, nobody behind us has games in hand. Now, ahead of us, there's some, but behind us, there are not. And that is important. That is really important for us. At the top, we have games in hand on Dallas and the Avalanche, but that's only 4 points, which when Dallas has 66 points and the Avalanche have 67, yeah, those games in hand don't really mean that much. I mean, if we won those games in hand, those 2 games in hand, one being today, we would be at 56 points. We'd still be 10 points back. So, Sister JJ's here. Hi, JJ. Mary says, I did see a clip from the locker room. He was great, was excited for the team. Well, it's not, in the locker room is one thing, right? In the locker room, that, kind of private, I know they show some of it, but the locker room's one thing. But you have to remember, right? It's the press, what he says to the press, that controls or is what you hear. You hear that more than anything else, right? And with that being said, if the last thing you hear is negative, that's if the last thing he says is negative, that's what the press is going to key on. They're going to key on that. Especially, if I'm a press member, right, and I'm twittering, I'm putting out quotes, and the way it goes, Coach said this positive thing about the Blues. That's my tweet. Next tweet, Coach said this positive thing about the Blues. Coach said a negative thing about the Blues. Coach said a negative thing about the Blues. Coach kind of said something positive, but it was more negative. Coach said a hugely negative thing about the Blues. That's how you would see the quotes coming out of the media. Now, with that, some of that's media-led, right? The coach could have said it, the negative thing first, but it's the media that leads it out last. With Berube, though, with most of his press conferences that I was able to watch, he would always end on a negative note. Always end on a negative note. Can't wait for Chinooki to join the team after the college season. I get it, but I'm not. I don't know yet, man. I think he's a little bit away. I really do. Rutherford and Corrick are very good at making sure that they create conflict or they rile you up. They're very good at it. Very good at it. Right? And it's just something to remember. It really is something to remember that, and that's what I like about Bannister. It feels like he's ending on a positive note. Oh, I wish I was there this afternoon. I really do. Oh, I do. I really do. David. Well, let's put it this way. In many ways, they're the same thing. Okay? If I'm going to give you constructive, David, let me relay something to you. Do you remember Pete Miller? Do you remember? I'm throwing this out at David. Do you remember Pete Miller? I'll see. I want to see. I'll give him a little bit of time to go. I'm going to relay something slightly embarrassing, kind of. Pete Miller, kind of tall, built black guy, was my platoon leader my freshman year. And this was the only year that I think they did this. When report cards came out for the first semester, or the first quarter, if you got 2 Fs or 3 Fs, 2 Fs or more, you lost the privilege to wear your uniform. And for a couple of days, about a week, I think, you had to wear civilian clothes and you couldn't participate in drills. Well, Pete kind of noticed that I wasn't doing very well with that, right? That something was going on with me. And he sat down with me and had a private talk while everyone was out there, while the majority of them were doing their drills. And he kind of, he banged on me a little bit, but then he turned around and said, but Guy, you're very smart. Or Benson, you're smart. And I see it. And I think a lot of people see it. You need to remember that. And you need to use that. You need to figure out what's going on with you and remember that you're smart and you should not be here. You should be like at the top. That's how smart you are. And because that's what he said to me, that was how he ended the conversation. That is what stayed with me. Not the negative things he said. Not the negative stuff. I mean the tournament's the tournament, so I don't put a ton of stock into that tournament. I really don't. There's been guys that have done spectacular in that tournament. Spectacular. A man among boys, but get to the NHL and bomb. Right? And then there's guys that have been mediocre in that tournament. Get to the my hair's bothering me. I'm gonna have to put a hat on later. Get to the NHL and be superstars. So that's kind of what I'm getting at with all of this. Does that make sense? What we're on right now. The 4-game winning streak. And our record winning streak is 11. Yeah, my hair's really bothering me.
These vanities are built with superior quality and a unique style to complement your home. Get the Haverhill Vanity for $349.99 after rebate. Put the finishing touches on your bathroom.
Okay, that's a little better.
Mowing products are built.
I know you probably don't like the fact you can't see my eyes that well, but oh well. Yeah, what we're on right now, that's our longest winning streak. And the fact that we're 5 games above 500, that's kind of huge. Right? That getting that 4-game mark. We had not been at that 4-game mark since the 21-22 season ended. Right? The highest we got in 22-23 was 3 games above. Never broke that point. And ended the season a point behind 500. This season, we have basically hovered in that 500 range, maybe a game or 2 above. We struggled to get above that 4-game mark. Well, now we're above it. And because we're above it, it changes things. It's this team. Now, I did see an article by a reporter. I'm not going to say who, because I kind of try and keep, names out of it, but you might know. But one of the reporters kind of talked about the Blues winning in unsustainable ways. Well, see, that's a negative thing. why would you say that they're winning in unsustainable ways? To me, you're trying to take a positive and turn it negative. How about taking the negative and turning it positive? The Blues are learning how to come from behind, which they've had trouble with all year, and winning while not playing their best hockey. That right there, that's the same thing he said. That's the same thing he said. But I put it in a way that makes you think positively. And I guess that's the thing there that kind of just drives me crazy with a lot of St. Louis media and media types in general. How you guys doing out there? You having fun? I freaked out a little bit. I was trying to make some of the snow go away, but I didn't do a good job of it. Yeah, that's adding snow. That might be taking too much of it away. Not doing too bad. Oh, there we go. That took snow away without taking too much other away. I think we can live with that. Yay! Because he doesn't care. That's not. No, I mean I've had these guys on. I've spoke with most of the reports. I've spoke with the Blues beat writers, all but one of them, and I think for me, the thing that they got a job to do, and what their job should be and what their job is are two different things, right? Okay, it's not coming on yet, so it might be blacked out over on NHL Network. So I might end up being 2 minutes behind. We'll see. I'll wait till puck drop and see what happens. So there's a good chance today that I will be on a delay.
And these guys are starting to get the power play to click as well, which has been a big part of the season, a big part of the Blues' nemesis this season. And so the power play clicking, the team's going well. Here's the big one this afternoon.
And Jimmy, right now, nothing clicking for the LA Kings. They have won only 2 games in the last 15 starts. You know, they had a great start. What's gone wrong with LA?
Well, you know, it's tough to put your finger on exactly what's gone wrong. But look at the numbers. I mean, the first 23 games, 7.
There you go.
Winning percentage. They looked like a team that was going to be unbeatable.
Right. Just from the looks of it, it looks like this game's going to be blacked out on NHL Network for me. Oh, Tucker's been recalled. So somebody's got to go down. I think someone's got to go down. I don't know what their roster is right now. Well, it's kind of funny recalling him now. I think they have to because he's on a conditioning. Because we're going on a break right behind this. So I don't see him playing. Hey Russ, Jeremy. Oh, that's so hard. It's hard to give a prediction, but what I think it's going to have to be, you're going to have to attack. This is going to have to be an attack game. Attack. And if they do, they're going to win. They sit on their heels, they're going to lose. That's exactly what it comes down to. Seen a video about a hockey player that the press was slamming really bad, and the radio station asked all the fans to bring signs to support him. That game and the game after he played the, but yeah, absolutely. You know what? That was Kairu. Kairu. You saw that with Kairu, right? I mean, we all saw that with Kairu, right? 4-1 Blues. I don't know. The way they've been playing 4-3 is probably the better. Though, you know, Hoffer's been playing so much better lately. Hoffer really has. And that's the thing that kind of concerns me with Hoffer. With Hoffer, they don't attack as much. With Bennington, they attack because they have more. I think they trust him a little more. They got to get that trust with Hoffer so they can attack in this game. That is the one thing that concerns me. Aaron Culture, David AC. The Sabbatical Hockey League. Ooh, that's a new one. Roland Spinks, Daniel Roos, Marianne Holmes, Jose Figueres, Gabe Overturf, Stephanie Brodowski, and Tad Dieterman. I think I said Jose. Thank you so much for putting them thumbs up. Tad, you were first today. You were the first today. Interesting. Nice to get some likes. Nice to get some thumbs up and to get people watching. Kings know they're fighting for their position, so they're going to be coming out hard as well. They've been struggling as of late, but I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Let me do a quick channel flick. Still seeing a commercial on the other channel. I have not seen Puck Drop yet, so if you guys see Puck Drop before me, let me know. I'm trying to see. I'm pretty sure, and I could watch you know what? If I have a choice between watching the game delayed or watching it at the same as you on the Kings channel, I would rather watch it delayed. Right? Right? So, oh man, I still don't see what's going on. I still got a commercial on the other end. So, I appreciate you guys for coming on today and watching the show and sharing the game with me. I really do. That's enjoyable. Makes me enjoyable. Oh, I enjoy it. I enjoy your company. In my monologue. In my monologue. I'm not going to talk about that. In my monologue. Hey, David, in my opinion, you should take a drink. Let me. Yeah, I think it's blacked out on NHL Network.
At the top of the standings. But what has caused this recent surge for Philadelphia? EJ Radick and Brian Boyle.
Yeah.
Jackie Redmond during NHL Tonight to discuss how the Flyers have improved on the man advantage.
Yep.
Here we are, the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah.
Relevant again.
So I'm gonna have to watch it on the delay. Was hoping I wouldn't, but if it gets bad, I'll go watch it on. Oh, Puck Drop. See, I haven't even seen it yet. I've got the starting goalies. I'll tell you when I get Puck Drop, so you know what my delay is. May have to try something here real quick. I'll tell you when I see Puck Drop, and then I'll flip it over and see how much ahead. I just seen Puck Drop. Oh, here we go. No, I'll just put it on the Kings. Put it on the Kings and kind of tone it down. So, Kings are on a power play. 1:35 to go. Who got that penalty? I didn't even see. Yeah, man. That's the one thing with center ice. I don't understand why they're such a huge delay. Yeah, 9 a.m. It's 9:10 right now. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Oh, just missed the shorty. Just missed the shorty. Oh my goodness. Blues just missed the shorty. Per equal for hooking. Just be glad it's only 2 minutes for hooking. Oh man, good penalty kill so far. Strong, solid penalty kill. So I'll switch to the Blues broadcast for the intermissions, and then come back to the live. So I'm at 1756, but I'm watching on the Kings network.
Well, of course, the Kings had an opportunity earlier because they won a face-off. But every attempt getting into the zone was thwarted by the Blues. There's that 2-on-1.
How you doing, Russ?
2-on-2, but Buchnevich gets good. Here's the regroup. This is where the Kings got caught out of position.
Oh man, Bush should have had that one. He absolutely Scandella and Bush should have had that.
I'll take him. And all of a sudden, the Kings found themselves almost there.
Well, that's doable. That's a lot better than being 2 minutes behind. 2 or 3 minutes behind, because I mean, it was a while before I saw puck drop.
For Trevor Moore, team high 21 goals. Tried to hand it off to Kaliev. That's blocked. Scandella couldn't do anything with it. Dubois chased out to the blue line, got knocked down. Puck free and cleared ahead by the Blues to center ice. They're at full strength.
Walker forcing it in there. Man, Walker's game is getting better and better.
You can see with the Blues, Nick, when they get the puck shorthanded, they don't look for a clear. They look for a pass.
So scoreless here early on at Enterprise Center. Turcotte just recalled number 38. We'll get it in deep. Lewis chasing down to Turcotte, who tried to walk out, denied. Gavrikov a shot.
Oh, a couple shots for the Kings already. Blues had a missed shot, or missed shot, but no, it's on, because it's a national game. It's on Bally Sports. And I don't know if you get it, but it's on NHL Network. I don't think it's on ESPN Plus because it's being nationally televised on NHL Network. Sorry, Booms. You might have to listen to me today. Or listen to the radio on the app. Blacked out. Oh, wow. Wild and Blues games. Surprised. I didn't think North Dakota was that close to the Wild. Minnesota. I guess it's closer than I realized. Right. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, that's a real good save by Hofer to square up and get aggressive in a situation where the pass.
You can check ESPN Plus, but I don't think so. The fact that it's not on Hulu tells me it's probably not on ESPN Plus either, because that's usually where Hulu is getting it off of. Right.
You have the play in front of you. When you get the turnover, you have the opportunity, and the Kings have had a couple early against the Blues.
Kings would love to see PL get going offensively. Only 5 goals in his last 30 games. A backhander in the slot. LaFerriere is.
Shots are 4-0 for the Kings.
And the
Blues are trying to get it out of their zone. Kings are see, this was what concerned me. Ouch! There we go. Don't clear the zone, and down 1-0. 5 shots on goal now. This is what kind of concerned me was kind of playing on their heels instead of pressing it. And yeah, oh man, I think Hofer should have had that one. I mean, it was a good shot, but I mean that's one of them. I'm not completely sure about it. I think Hofer should have had that one. So that was Kempe from Kopitar and Lafayette. The only good thing is Lafayette is on my fantasy team, so that helps me out with an assist. I need a bunch of them, though. So I don't see Mike. I was doing so good yesterday, and then in one of the late games, I got killed. So
there with Fiala and Moore, Anderson and Dowdy.
The Kings a little bit more aggressive here on the forecheck here to start.
As Moore shot his glove down by Hofer.
Los Angeles goal at 4:06.
That one hurt.
We'll get a face-off to the right of the young goaltender.
I guess Daryl's unavailable right now, but the good part is the Kings have that lead. Again, you'll see good position ready to stick check by LaFerriere. Keeps it in, keep it simple. He tried to get involved. And I just love that play by Kopitar. It was a spin, it was a move. Kopitar was buying time for himself. He protected the puck, but he was spinning around with the puck in a passing position, so he didn't have to make a second.
No giveaways and a couple takeaways could change things for me.
Earning the assist. Here's Turcotte in on left wing, leaves it for Kaliev, who wristed wide, trying to stuff it in on the backhand was Lewis.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they play bad and lose today's game, and I say that, you know, it kind of feels like hindsight, just where they're at in the standings. You know, winning 5 games is hard. I mean, you look at it. I mean, Edmonton right now on a 15-game winning streak going into the break. Wow. I hope so, bud. I hope so.
Kopitar fighting off a check. Now loses the puck. Thomas away with it for the Blues. Nudges it in from center ice. Out is goaltender Riddick. For Kempe, who lobs it over everybody and gets it down.
Well, that point shot by Gavrikov ended up hitting Trevor Lewis in front of the net, and he immediately skated to the Kings bench. So we'll get an update as soon as we can to see whether or not he's hurt on that one.
Jordan Kyrou along with Thomas. Out for the
Nice keeping, Parayko.
Handle it. Letty, the veteran in the left wing boards, throws it in front, goes wide.
Oh, that should have been a roughing there.
The veteran defenseman sends it in around the wall. LaFerriere with it. He'll leave it for Kopitar, who's
Now, Blues fighting hard for it along the boards.
shielding the puck with his body to Spence, and Spence will clear the zone.
Nice support there.
They finally get it cleared out. LA gets it cleared out of the zone, and the Blues are changing.
So he kind of just eats it, but then he has support.
Sometimes these changes they seem slow, and that's what hurts them. Because now, I mean, you do this change, and you basically just give the puck right back to them. When you go into the zone, I mean, they're ready for it. So I almost would rather them go in the zone with the change on the fly and have a chance to be in the, you know, be there if they're coming back to do the exact, because you're just going to give the puck away. Give it away, you know, with you're making it too easy for them to go that extra 40, 60 feet. Did we? I don't think so. We may have. Alex Lafayette, did we have him? I have to look him up. I don't think we did. We could have. You could be right. You could be right. No, Ian, this is Alex Lafayette, not Ian.
Fighting off a check. Fiala holding on. Battling with Toropchenko.
Fiala always feels like he has to kill the Blues. And I wonder if anybody knows why Fiala feels like he has to screw it to the Blues. He has to play a top-end game against them. Anybody remember why? Oh, nice little pass there.
Seems like the Kings on the forecheck a little bit more aggressive with 2 men in this game so far. Yeah, there's no hesitation whatsoever, Jim. It seems like they're very connected.
High stick.
They're just reacting to everything that's happening on the ice.
We get a whistle. Puck is knocked down with a high stick. Adrian Kempe's 17th has given the Kings an early lead in St. Louis.
Kings are leading 1-0. Early in the first, 12:04 remaining, 8 minutes gone. Shots are 7-0. The Blues have not put a shot on net. That is a concern. No, David, and I know you're trying to be funny. That just didn't. Ouch. Yeah. No. Come on. Oh, I know not a lot of people are watching or paying attention. In 2017, in the playoffs against the Predators and the Blues in the second round, Fiala broke his leg against the Blues and was out for that Stanley Cup run. Well, the finals run. And ever since then, he has always felt like he's just going to pound it on the Blues. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Aaron. Right? I'm questioning Bannister putting Hoffer in that today. I really am, and I questioned that right away as soon as I saw it. I really think that Bennington should be in net for this one. Right? Bennington should have absolutely been in net for this one. No issue, man. There's a couple Lafayette's in the league right now.
Today's game, early saves. Kings really haven't needed it yet, but that would be important. Details. The Kings are known for that. That would frustrate St. Louis, and then breakout. Something the Kings worked on.
Oh wow! I'm looking at what LA's Kings keys of the games are. Details that will frustrate the Blues. Oh my goodness.
Lewis and Turcotte and Kaliev up front, but the Blues will clear it down.
The Blues had 2 attacks, short-handed. Ended up not getting a shot.
Lewis will serve it right back in. Turcotte chasing. Turcotte with Kaliev battling behind the Blues net. Now into the
It could, and right now it feels like it. I mean, the Blues don't have a shot on goal yet. You're almost 8.5 minutes into the game, and you're being outshot 8-0. 8-0.
The Kings have been really good 5-on-5, staying connected. Really, the only momentum the Blues have had is.
You know, you gotta. I said you gotta attack, and they're not. Right? I felt like this was a game you had to attack. You couldn't sit back and let it come to you. You had to attack it, and they haven't, and that's why they're down 1-0. But here's the thing: they've shown resiliency lately. That being down 1-0 isn't the dagger that it used to be.
Only 1 point behind the Kings and the Predators. Buchnevich along the wall, tied up. Kopitar with it.
This could be a trenches battle right now. That's what it's looking like to me. Huge trenches battle.
Colton Parayko pushes it in deep. Doughty hands it off.
Yeah, Parayko just. Oh, good work, Buchnevich. Letty gets the first shot on goal at the 9:20 mark. 9:20 before first shot on goal. Yes, they have.
Almost midway through the first. A good start for the Kings, who have the 1-0 lead in the goal by Kempe. As Dubois swings it around for Doughty.
Since the debacle in Washington, the Blues have just come out solid. They've just come out solid. Went home against Washington and beat them, and then go on that road trip and.
To the right, but then watch right here. Mikey Anderson just can't make the play. And that's something that the Kings have talked about. It's either structure or execution. That time the structure was real good, but then the execution was not there.
Kings win the draw. And
I hate listening to other announcers, man.
Cutting to his right. Hands it off. Moving in a shot.
Because according to other announcers, every time I see it, man, that's the one thing that I like about Curbs and the Blues announcers, both on the radio. They give credit to the other team. They always give credit to the other team. And listen, I've listened to the Kings, and they have not given the Blues any credit other than on the penalty kill. Oh, I am. I'm at 9:31, so. Shots are 8-2 in favor of LA. The one down. See, now a dump in that just
Overskated by Toropchenko. Dano, a cross-ice pass.
the dump in
Right to Hayes.
only works if you're not giving it up. It's like every dump in, the other team is taking the puck, right? It's not being dumped in with speed. It's not being coming around the boards. You know, it just.
That's allowing him to be able to send the puck the other way before the Blues can establish a control forecheck. That's one of the little details, Daryl, that Gavrikov talked to me about yesterday, where you just get back. It gives that one little extra second just to make the play. Another clean break out there for the Kings.
Kempe across to Kopitar, driving in off the right wing, put it right through the blue paint.
Oh, right through the Blues crease, man. That could have been in the back of the net. Oh, they're buzzing. Oh, Hoffer makes a solid save. All right. They dropped the shots. It's 8-1. They had 2. Now it's 1.
Quick quiz. Can you name a group of car dealers who are helpful? While you're thinking, here's video of some people being helped by some car dealers.
Would it be okay if Honda paid for your TV today?
That'd be awesome.
That's my job to be helpful.
And they can help you too with a great deal on a reliable.
Oh, I miss Blues hockey. I miss being at a game. Absolutely do, buds. Girls and girlsettes.
2 years of scheduled maintenance with Honda Service Pass.
Oh my God, I'm like speechless.
Time's up. The answer is, you know the answer. Everyone knows the answer.
Recently changed jobs or received a raise? Make sure your taxes are done 100% correctly. Intuit TurboTax has done millions of tax returns, so you can trust they'll do yours right with 100% accuracy guaranteed. Visit TurboTax.com.
Got this, buddy. You got it.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but
We're at a commercial right now.
now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get
Oh, that's the Bell & Howell vacuum trim. Oh, my goodness. I ain't using that.
We are not in Minneapolis, St. Paul, so it's not a tale of 2 cities. It's a tale of 2 seasons. Look at the numbers, the big numbers. Point percentage, way down, huge swing. Goals, 4, huge.
They're showing how LA's a tale of 2 seasons, how they were the first 23 games and how they are the last 23 games. And it's a huge flip-flop. They're in the last 23 games, they're a 391 points percentage, right? Yeah, but again, I think that a different style of team. You know, that's the big thing here. It's not the same team. And yeah, maybe they could be better on the boards, but this is a team that plays better in open ice. Right? And they need to realize that and try and keep pucks away from the boards. Right? They keep coming down the board. Oh, wow. That right there, man. You waited way too long. All right, here comes Sundqvist down the boards, and now he breaks back to open ice. This is a team that is better in open ice, and they need to realize that and start coming in. Now, they just did a change. The top line in. There, see? There we go. Kyrou comes down, open ice, gets it off. Now he's along the boards, trying to find that open ice. Oh, nice move, Kyrou. Oh, Letty, you waited. Oh! Doesn't matter. Woo-hoo! Thomas, Kyrou, and the day, unless somebody tapped it. 1-1. I don't think anybody got a hold of that. That was all Kyrou. Oh, that was all Kyrou. That should be Thomas, Kyrou, and Letty. Well, Letty, Thomas, and Kyrou. Yep, 1-1. Big time. I'm not on a delay now. I guess I can take that down.
a good chance right down the middle. That's his high quality, high danger, right at the top of the slot. So the Kings cannot.
Yeah, that was a hell of a goal.
High play, and the Blues tied up 1-1. I think the Kings would like to have a different line matchup against.
Hell of a goal.
I don't think they'd like to have that line against.
I don't know why my thing's not updating. Yep. Oh no, Parayko. Oh, I thought they need to look at it. I thought Thomas is the one that gave that puck over to. They need to look at that. I thought that was Thomas. I don't think that was Parayko. I thought it was Thomas. Huge goal there. Huge goal. That's a second shot. Their second shot of the game, and it's in the back of the net.
Trevor Moore goes to the box. They're checking to see if there's an injury to make it a 4 as opposed to a 2. And Letty's been instrumental in this game.
Looks like there's a power play coming. I don't know on who yet. Oh, on the King. Blues are getting a power play. We're playing. It's been better of late. Oh, yeah, right in the chiclets. Here, have a taste of this. Yeah, but I don't think that Parayko should get the assist. I thought Thomas passed it to Kyrou. I could be wrong. Because remember, I said Parayko was looking for, trying to find ice, and he got it to Thomas. I think they missed Kyrou tried to get a shot and had a stick there. So we're on the power play. Yeah, some of that, but I'd rather him start figuring out more in the first. Oh, Blues are offsides. Got to come back. So they're wasting time. This power play's in trouble. Where did the Kings penalty kill? I didn't see it. Oh, they're first in the end. Their penalty kill is best in the league. They've only allowed 18 goals in 140 attempts. Wow. 87%. Hayes to Krug. Krug to Hayes. Back to Krug. Little catching. Back to Hayes. Back to Krug. Krug fires. Oh, good save there. Hayes fights along the boards. And Kings clear it. Hoffer. See, that's what I like about Hoffer. He gets that. He comes up to the top of the circles and fires that puck in, and it allows for some speed into the zone. Well, that power play got one shot. Got 5 seconds left, and I don't see him. Uh-oh. Wow, Kopitar had a wide open net and missed. Could have had a shorty and missed. Wow, we got lucky there. Puck luck. Kempe just missed it.
Power play over. Parayko's shot blocked. So both teams 0 for 1.
Blues got 2 shots on that power play.
The game is tied at 1.
Shots are 9-4.
Held in. Letty shot. Save. Rebound. Save. Another chance.
Walker 2 quick chances there. That might get our shot total up. Got a little bit of a cycle and some attempts going on here. Fighting along the boards. Torpachenko, Walker. Parayko a shot. And an icing call.
Well, the Kings had the opportunity of a lifetime. They came short-handed with Kempe just creating a loose puck in the neutral.
Trying to do a little game play-by-play. I'm not good at it. Yeah, Krug screwed that up really bad. Kempe just absolutely missed a wide open net. In fact, Hoffer thought it was in. Hoffer absolutely thought it was in.
In front of his body, lost the angle, and lost the wide open net. Blues win the draw. And Kyrou out at the blue line for Buchnevich. 1-1 late first period. And across
3:12 to go in the period. Blues have it in King zone. Brnovich around the boards. Brnovich has it back. Brnovich to Buchnevich. Buchnevich to the center. Over to Kyrou. Back to Buchnevich. In the corner. Kings pick up the puck and clear it.
That top line again for the Blues trying to go with a puck possession. They certainly had it on that shift. Kempe and Leddy trading goals here in this first period.
Oh, I'm ahead of you. Sorry. Maybe I should stop the play-by-play.
Will get it down. Spence hands it off.
I'm not good at it anyways.
Nice outlet to Dubois. And across on the right wing, Grunstrom to the circle, a shot.
And another shot. Shots are 9-8. Blues have started figuring out how to shoot the puck.
Regain the lead on a 2-on-1 break with Kopitar and Kempe.
I think Walker had 2 shots on it here.
100% all white meat grilled or crispy chicken with lettuce, cheese, and sauces, and a warm tortilla for $3.29. And they're under.
Letty's got 3 shots and a goal. Torp's got a shot. Saad's got a shot. Walker's got a shot. Walker's had 2 shots. They didn't count one of them. Krug's got a shot. Pareko's got a shot. Right now, attempts are 18 to 11. Hits are 9-3 in favor of the Blues. Blues haven't given away the puck. Not sure about that. Kings gave it away once. Kings have 3 takeaways. Blues have 3 takeaways. Kings have blocked 1 shot. Blues have blocked 3 shots. Face off 6-7 or 7-6 in favor of the Kings, 54 to 46%. There's a quick update on the stats.
Family-friendly events all season. To save on your next alpine adventure, book in advance at BigBearMountainResort.com. Big Bear Mountain Resort. Winter lives here.
I need a ton of face-off wins from Thomas, but I'm not going to get enough. He's got 1 so far. I need 17 more just to tie that category. Oh, I need 18 more just to tie that category. Ouch. Yeah, not going to happen.
The guys still have laughs and tell jokes and stuff like that. But if you truly want to have fun playing the game, you need to put the work in, and then you're in the right to have a lot of fun.
There's a caveman coach for you.
That's been a theme of our broadcast today so far. And, of course, Adrian Kempe was having fun early, and he did not have much fun on that last shift. Yeah, that's one that normally goes in, doesn't it? Kempe 17th has the Kings goal. Kings at
Oh, there was a bad clear down the center.
Turned since then. Dubois for Gavrikov to Spence, a one-timer kicked out. Spence
Neighbors gets the puck. Enters the zone along the far wall. Kessel, oh, he's trying to get that first NHL goal.
In on goal, Neighbors a chance in tight.
Neighbors in tight. Wow, nice. They have woken up. Blues have woken up. Blues have absolutely woken up.
And their chances pretty good. That last attempt was down low, but just previous.
2 solid chances for Neighbors right there.
Parayko will get it in deep. David Riddick in goal here this afternoon. His record 4-1-2.
Long near boards. Parayko gets it out, pops it up.
Come on in relief a couple of times since being recalled in December.
I was just looking at that. Give me a second and I'll tell you. I just had him on TV. Todd McCullen. Right.
Gets the start here today in St. Louis. More of a character, I would call him. Always involved in the locker room.
See, this is the thing that when it comes to coaching, and if you go back and you look at the greatest coaches in sports, right? Go back and look at some of the greatest coaches in sports, and they almost every single one of them has something in common. Almost every single one of them has something in common.
Professional David Riddick. Fiala to the net with a pass. Now Anderson tried to get it back in front.
Right?
As the first period winds down.
I don't care what sport it is. You go look at every great coach, and they almost every single one of them has some. They've got something in common. Yeah, he was a player. Tom McCullen was a player. I don't remember who he was a player for, but he was a player.
Is the type of thing that really leads to the success of that line when all three guys are playing connected.
Yeah, Daryl, it really is amazing, that line, time and time again. Just when you think the other team is going to get it out, they get a stick in the way, they keep it alive, and they've got great puck support with each other in those situations. Blues and the
played for the Islanders.
Second time.
I don't think he played for him that long, though. He only had 5 games. I had played 5 games for the Islanders. That's the end of the first. After 20, we are tied. Oh my goodness! Here comes the bam. All right.
And in between periods, we'll check in with Carlin and Daryl. Carlin will chat with
Oops, let's do this.
Kempe 17th, set up by Cope.
There we go. Okay. So actually the game is still on. So it's over. And there's still time left on the clock here before I get to the intermission for the Blue site. Not a bad first period. The first half of it, they started slow. It's what scared me. It was what concerned me. They didn't take a shot for a little over 9 minutes, but in the last 10 minutes, they ended up with I think 10 shots. Shots were 11-10, so they ended up with 9 shots in the last 10 minutes of the last half of the first period. Letty gets a goal on the second shot. Really strong goal too. Power plays, both teams are 0 for 1. They still got Kyrou and Parayko listed. But I think that if they go back and look at that, if they go back and show that, I'm pretty sure Thomas should have that assist. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. No. That is not, nope. Not in the least bit. Nope. Actually, the mediocre players are the ones that made the great coaches. I mean, you look at Gretzky. Gretzky was not a good coach. I mean, there are exceptions to it. Brenda Moore, Patrick Waugh, great player, not an okay coach. I don't think he's won a cup as a coach, but he's an okay coach. So the one thing that I think, if you go back, I'm gonna try and do this the best I can. You think of the best coaches in sports. NHL, it's Scotty Bowman, right? Scotty Bowman. In NBA, I have to go with and I can't think of his name now. Patrick Riley, right? Patrick Riley. Then you in Major League Baseball, right? I can think. I guess Casey Stengel might be one of like the top. Maybe somebody out there can Popovich in basketball. Okay, also, but maybe somebody else in baseball can help me with the coach. It's like up there. I know. I think the Yankees. You look at the Yankees in the 20s and the 30s. All those are actually in the 50s and when they won all those. In the 60s when they won all those. Torrey was one, right? I'll give you that. And then in the NFL, you've got Bill Parcells and the dude from God. Why is my brain? Oh, the Patriots coach. Tom Landry. Okay, that's a good one. Who's the Patriots coach? I can't think of. Belichick. Bill Belichick. I got Parcells in there. Belichick. And in hockey, Joel Quenneville. All of those guys have something in common. All of them have something in common. Think about all the names I said. All right? All of them had something in common. I think it's to me it's obvious. I see it right. It's like right there, right in my face. I see it. Nope. It has nothing. It has nothing to do with their playing ability. It has nothing to do with their playing ability. Right? It's all coaching. It's something at their coaching style. Something with how they coached.
Of course, was a late game for us here, a 9 o'clock start here in St. Louis the other night, and for them to fly home all the way home yesterday. It's a long flight, and then try to get no morning skate, afternoon game.
Strong coating. No. Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there. Nope, has nothing to do with being in the military. I don't think many of them were. Close. Wayne, you're really close. You're really, really close. You almost, it's something part of that. There's something else that's part of that. They were students of the game. And there's a lot of students of the game out there. But there was something they did with that. There's something they did with being students of the game. Right? I'll throw another name out there. Maybe this even gives it away. John Madden. Right? John Madden. Oh. No, I don't think you could call him one of the great coaches of the game. I think he's in the Hall of Fame, but no, it's not that they played the game. Big X and O guys. That's almost there. That's almost there, Wayne. Almost there. It's something they did with the X's and the O's. Yeah, but it's what they did with that. Every single one of them. Every single one of them did something with that. I know I got your. I can hear from 4,000 miles away the gears turning. Got one, Uncle. You went away from it. Nope. You guys were right there. Right there. Pep Guerrera from soccer in the European League. He's part of this.
investments in the Chase mobile app.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong.
Oh, man, I love you guys. It's right there on the tip of everybody's tongue, and you're all missing it.
Not cool, man. Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Do anybody else give up? Anybody else give up? You're right. Your guys are right there. Wayne gives up. You're close, Dave. That's really close. Really close. They weren't afraid to innovate and change the game. They weren't afraid to look at what they were doing and saying, okay, this isn't working. What can I do to make, to change, to innovate, to make it work? Right? They took talent and made talent better by changing the game. Torrey, Parcells, Belichick. Oh my goodness, did Belichick change the game? Madden changed the game. Defense, the way Madden looked at defense as being something you can make your offense from. Right? They weren't afraid to innovate, and I don't know if it's changed the game. They were Phil. The coach of the Bulls. Right? I can't think of his name now. Who's the coach of the Bulls? Phil something. I think he coached the Lakers for a while. Right? You could call it visionary, but he looked at what he had with Michael Jordan and all these other guys and created the triangle offense. Right? Around it. He realized that I've got this guy, this great player. I need to do something around it. That is what the greatest coaches in the game all have in common. Phil Jackson. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. They all were not afraid to go against the status quo and change the game. Think about Moneyball, right? Think about that. Now, I have heard that Art Howe was not happy with the way he was portrayed, but others have said that it was a very accurate portrayal. Art Howe refused, absolutely refused. Yeah, I was thinking Dick Vermeil a little bit, right? I was thinking Vermeil a little bit. Thank you. But think if Art Howe could have opened his mind and saw the vision that Billy Beane had from the beginning, that team would have won the World Series. Absolutely would have won the World Series. Right? They would have walked away. They would have walked away with the division. Right? They'd have won the division in the August. They could have all gone fishing in September. Right? You have to see the game and do something different. Whitey Herzog. Whitey Ball. Nobody played speed and defense then. Right? Nobody played. Everybody played small ball. Everybody plays small ball. Right? Guy gets on, you bunt. Period. End of story. No. Guy gets on, you swing away. You swing for the gaps that are there because they're pulling up. He took what was being given and took advantage of it. Hi, Eric. Krug's having a rough time. He's not having a totally bad game tonight, but he struggled a little bit. I will say that. And welcome, Twitter. I don't get many Twitters. I appreciate you watching on Twitter, Eric. Thank you. I hope you were able to see your comment there. Kind of nice to get some Twitter viewers. I'd love to see my Twitter explode. I'd love to see everything explode, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. No problem. That's what is happening in the NHL right now. There are a few coaches that are starting to understand how the game is changing and trying to coach that change. And very few of them are being successful at it, to be honest with you. They might have 1 or 2 years of success, but they revert back. All right? Bowman and Quinville. Bowman straight up said, they did up the shots 12-10, 20 attempts to 13, chances 7-5 for the Blues. Had some really good chances. Possession time, that's killing them. They only had Blues at 145 to 214. Faceoffs are even at 8 apiece. I'm not going to get enough faceoffs from Thomas. I need him to just win every single face. Take every faceoff and win every faceoff, and it's not going to happen. Oh, well. It sucks, but get some more takeaways, and I'll be happy. No giveaways and some takeaways. I have Thomas, Kessel, and Scandella playing today. I thought Bennington was going to be in that. I absolutely thought Bennington was going to be in. I needed him in that because I could have taken a couple of categories if he was in that. Could have absolutely taken some categories. Looks like we're just about there. Let me flip it back over to the Kings view. All right, so I got it. Oh, absolutely, I have, but not. I mean, he's coaching in a positive manner. Tortorella. What Tortorella said, I can't cross the T's and dot the I's. I got to let these guys play. I got to let them make mistakes. I may not like it, but I got to let them do it because that's what today's game is, or that's how the game is evolving. And I give him credit for that. Biggest change that I'm seeing is they're playing more. They're not worried about being defensive, that they're being offensive. That's the biggest change that I've seen so far. How about second intermission, bud? How about second intermission? You up for that? You up for that? Second intermission? Bobby Cox from Atlanta. Yeah. All right. Bobby Cox with the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball. We'll have some Windy City at the intermission.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
LA Kings hockey is brought to you by Volkswagen and by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga, conveniently located right off the I-15 in Temecula. Back here in St. Louis, getting set for the second period. Let's look back. This date in Kings history, 45 years ago, on this date, Bernie Nichols, number 9, had goals 49 and 50 of the season. And the 51st game of the season, of course, Bernie went on to get 70 that year. Still a club record. Bernie Nichols, one of the great goal scorers in franchise history. And Jim, you played on a line quite a bit with old number 9, didn't you?
Yeah, and some memories came back because we were in Calgary one night and Bernie.
Blues game on, Chiefs game on, and the Blues. No podcast. BlueNote podcast. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it, bud. All right.
defensemen lately with using Kings defensemen as screens. So they're taking the puck from the outside to the inside, and the stick makes the contact. So what Matt Roy does right here, he prevents that player from changing the point of attack, changing the angle on the play. It's happened quite a bit of late where opposition attackers have gotten the puck.
Oh, here we go. Looks like we're about ready to have a puck drop.
Matt Roy prevents it. Stick on
Puck drop.
Right now, let's go down and check in with Daryl as we get the second period underway.
And puck goes out of play. Ooh, that didn't feel good. Chiefs absolutely bend don't break today, this afternoon. Bend don't break.
I heard Adrian Kempe talking to Carlin there, comparing LaFerriere, and we'll get to that in a second.
Kempe's centering pass is deflected wide by Alex LaFerriere going to the net.
He was talking with Carlin and talking about how
Arrington Krieger. I don't know. Russ Bird, thank you. There's one on there I think is a junk one. But thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for following. Blues win a face-off. Yay!
Kempe and Leddy, the goal scorers in that first period, each led their teams with 3 shots on goal. So you shoot the puck, you're going to get your goals. Parayko on the right wing boards kind of fanned on a pass down low, and Kopitar will take over. Kopitar for Kempe to the attacking line, to Kopitar, in front it comes, and
oh wow, good save, and then a wide open net that got missed by the LA. You Blues cannot do in the second what they did in the first. They've got to get a hold of the puck, take control of the puck, and take it in the zone. There you go. Find that open ice, Kairu.
Spins away from Shen, moves up the wall, got tied up from behind by Braden Shen, but he's in traffic.
Fighting along the boards. Ooh, there we go. Good. Win a board battle.
Shen, sharp angle shot, fought off by Riddick. In goal for the Kings here today.
Kind of shot at a bad angle.
Moving in on left wing was Dano, but he got stick checked.
Oh, it hit him. That should have been called offsides. Also should have been called too many men on ice. No, it should have been too many men. That's one of the 2 penalties that they absolutely need to define much better. You would think too many men on ice is simple, too many men on the ice. But you're allowed to have guys coming on and off the ice, and they're supposed to be a 5 foot window there. What I would like to see them do is do a outline on the ice of that 5 foot. Right? Now, it might not look great, but I think it would really help with the too many men calls.
Bumped along the end dasher by the veteran Scandella. Lundstrom in on Perunovic. Poroshenko's pass deflects behind the Blues net. Joel Hofer in goal for the Blues here tonight. David Riddick for the Kings. So I guess you'd say the 2 backups going against each other. Cam Talbot getting the game off for LA, and Binnington for St. Louis. The Blues back home after sweeping a 3-game trip as Kaliev's.
Oh, good shot there by the Kings. Saved by Hofer. Kind of gave up a juicy rebound that ended up popping behind the net. Oh, nice move there. Come on, Blaze, help him out. Help him out, Blaze.
Blues have their so-called 4th line out. And Kaliev down low helping out with Turcotte, just recalled yesterday. Again, no Quinton Byfield, misses his 2nd straight with illness.
Oh, no Byfield today, out with illness.
Backing off and making changes.
Kings outlet goes off.
Oh, that was a couple players missed that one.
And now he's forced to the boards by Robert Thomas, and the puck to Parayko. Sends it up but not out, held in. Kempe's pass to the middle, broken up.
Buchnevich and Kyrou coming in. Buchnevich fires it down towards Kyrou. That is what you need to do. I like that move. Kyrou fighting and nobody there helping him. Oh, there we go. Thomas to Buchnevich. Kruger shot blocked. And now he's going the other way. Kruger is not having a good. Oh, Kings are getting a penalty. Ah! Now I get a penalty minute I don't need.
Using his stick effectively earlier on that shift. I was just talking about it to keep pucks alive, or at least create a response. Here he's going for it, and then he gets the stick parallel. So Hook is the call. Earlier, this is what I'm talking about. He always has that knack to get something going. Now the Kings able to at least try to keep it alive.
Let's see if we can do something on the power play.
Anytime you get into the zone in the middle, look what happens. Even though it goes to the outside, and that's Kopitar again on the pass. So Andrei Kopitar has set up.
Oh, man.
And Anderson.
Sometimes watching the
Talking about the best opportunities in the world. And unfortunately, the Kings cannot get the goal. And look at that Kopitar tonight.
here we go on the power play. The David AC power play. For every Blues goal, David AC will send $100 to the Blue Note Fan Report.
He really came across in one piece. No holes. Sometimes when you go side to side, that's when the holes open up. Riddick was big and strong.
Hayes in on left wing. He just had that one-time bid. The veteran moving behind the Kings net. Now Shen with it. His shot wide of the net off the boards, and the Kings will get it to.
Gonna say $1. Like, nah, it's not enough.
Got some numbers. Here's Lewis to the net. A pass.
Oh, that puck's in, and that might be an interference. They may be a challenge on that. Hoffer doesn't look at well. He's not being upset, so maybe not. But I thought there could have been an interference on that. 2-1. Not getting the puck out of the zone. Nah. Nope, he was free. He gave up a big rebound. Yeah, he gave up a big rebound right in front. Should have held on to that one. From Anderson Dolan. Anderson Dolan from Lewis and Gavrikov.
In the air, knocked away by Riddick. Blues.
And that was a shorty. Oh, my goodness. That was a shorthanded goal. I didn't realize that. Ouch. Power play's in trouble again. Now they got another shorthanded. Oh, my goodness. Not good. They haven't done it well all season. They've just recently been doing it. The power play is the power play that's been so good. It's starting to let them down. Oh, there we go. Buchnevich from Thomas. 2-2 power play goal. Makes up for the shorty. Brunovich with another point. Feels better.
And it didn't look like anything, but because Buchnevich is ready to shoot right away.
See who got that. I know Prunovich and Buchnevich from Prunovich, and I don't know who the other one was. I thought it was Thomas, but I might have Thomas eyes on me right now. Where are you guys, man? Nobody talking. Hey, Aaron. Mix up. I wish you could, my friend. I wish you could, and I know you would. Prunovich and Kyrou, so I was wrong. Kyrou on that one. Buchnevich with the power play goal from Prunovich and Kyrou. After giving up a shorthanded, they get a power play goal. 2-2. Actually, the Blues, I think that's the 5th shorthanded goal they've given up. Yep, that was the 5th shorthanded goal they've given up. Now it's time for them to score one. That was the 8th shorthanded goal that the Kings have scored.
There's never been a better time to get reliable 100% fiber internet. Switch now for $44.99 a month and save up to $600 on your first year versus cable. All with premium Wi-Fi and expert
Breakdown on the power play led to a penalty kill, or led to a shorty, and then the power play said, "Nah, I think we want that back." Power play has been as bad as it was. It finally collected one. How you like living by yourself, E? I hope it's going good for you. Yes, they are. I love comments. Butchie in the bumper. Butchie's having a man. The break is coming at a bad time for Buchnevich. He's really starting to find his way.
What about a haircut? He said absolutely not. I wonder what he did change up, though, guys, because he's got the first goal on the night so far.
So you're saying they're superstitious?
Extremely superstitious. They're showing something from the Kings, talking about something that had nothing to do with hockey, basically. 12:51 to go in the first. Oh, KC with a TD.
Rebound gathered in by Walker. Up the right wing, Walker for the Blues. He'll push it in.
Oh, man, Walker throws that puck and just chases it.
Fiala across on right wing. Here's Deneau. Philippe Deneau will serve it in behind the goal.
You got to do more than just push him.
Parayko headmans the puck. And here is Sammy Blais working it in deep. Alexandrov around the wall, but Parayko couldn't hold it in at the right point.
You look at the Blues that are running a little bit of a streak right now with 4 wins coming in today's action. 5 for 10 now in the power play over the last handful of games.
And here's a chance from the left circle by Alexandrov, and glove down by David Riddick.
So again, the goal scored. This is what
I'm trying to.
This year, we have not seen a lot of this year. Watch how close it is. Right there. Look at the stick of the King on the back check. Buchnevich gets there. The Kings have been taking away that play this year. That one, unfortunately, goes in.
And here on the going back for a puck retrieval, the Kings defense, Mikey Anderson gets back there extremely quick. He takes a hit to make a play, but the important thing is the puck is on Fiala's stick, and the Kings are...
Kelsey with a TD. I bet Taylor Swift is celebrating.
Sometimes it's a reverse to a defense partner. Many times in the Kings system, it's the first forward back that takes the reverse.
Saad dropping.
Well, hopefully things get good for you and you can live the way you want to, bud.
You can hear it from up here.
Yeah, they do look like they have a good crowd. You still got my number. Give me a call someday this week, E. We'll just kind of catch up. The boy going in for slashing. Power play coming back. See if we can take a lead. Oh, absolutely. In on the hands.
Only one hand on the stick with Dubois, but that is called 100% of the times. If the referee sees that, he's going to make the call. Shen had to move.
I do the power play dance wrong.
Off the draw, Kempe picks off a pass out to the blue line, and we'll get it down the
No, we need to just score a quick one.
power play recently. Going back a little bit further, they're 40% in their last 25 opportunities. So this power play has really heated up for their interim coach, Drew Bannister. Blues have won 4 in a row, a season-high winning streak. And Anderson, in clearing it, it goes out. And I think the faceoff will stay inside the Kings' zone. Right now, a quick word from Hyundai.
A quick word from Hyundai. Oh my goodness, we're having some fun tonight, this afternoon, this morning. Watching football and some hockey.
Blues have Cairo out on the man advantage with Buchnevich, who just tied it with a power play goal. Shen as well. And Thomas. Thomas gets it in.
Neighbors got stuck in the boards. Thomas to Cairo. Cairo Prunovich. Prunovich back to Thomas at the point. Oh, Neighbors just missed. Oh, man. Shots are 7 apiece for the period so far. 19-17 in favor of the Kings.
Again, the goal by Buchnevich, he was back in the slot. Again, that's rarely happened this year against the Kings. It happened today.
Here is
It rarely happens against the Kings.
across it comes. Hayes back in front. Krug shot blocked. Krug to Hayes. To Krug. Hayes again. They play.
Oh, hey, Krug fired a shot, and the guy he hit a guy right in front of him, and the guy can barely skate. Don't give it up, man. Keep him on that ice. They're actually it's 5-on-3 right now, basically. Cause he's hurting. He cannot skate. Shen shot missed the net, and that ends the power play. The Blues are trying to take advantage of the guy not being able to move, but they should have pushed him a little bit, got him to come up, because he would have come up. He would have come up, and that could have given you some openings in the center of the ice. Uh-oh.
Because he was getting back up, so he decided not to shoot. That's one reason of many that everyone loved Jared Anderson Dolan for his work ethic.
Earlier in the period, Jared Anderson Dolan, his first goal of the season, gave the Kings a 2-1 lead, but the Blues have tied it.
That was Anderson Dolan that blocked that shot.
2-1 lead here in this game. Blues tying it on 2 occasions, obviously. Letty with a goal, moving down to the right circle, backhands it to the front. Never got through to Riddick. Kaliev up and out to center ice.
They clear it. Blues are doing a quick little change on the fly. Fired it off. Torpachenko chips it in.
All-Star and bye week, so they'll be off for 9 full days. And guess who comes in to Crypto?
Yeah, he's I just wish he had some more assists, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's great that he's scoring. He's got 15. He's got 15 goals, and I don't think is it 15. Ow! There we go. That looked like Cairo. 3-2 Blues. Great puck movement. Attacking. Attack, attack, attack.
That's an issue in the second period where the Kings, man, does it break down once again?
Let me see something here real quick. Just for you, bud.
Initially, but the Blues just kept coming. Anytime you can drop it once, that is not controlling the time.
So Neighbors has 15 goals, but only got 19 points. You got to be more involved in the offense. Time for a go ahead now. We'll wait for the happy dances till the third. This is the first time this game they played with the lead, and let's see what they can do with the lead. They've got to put. Oh man, see now look at All right, you really need to. From Prunovich and Thomas. That's 2 assists for Prunovich tonight. Boy, that guy's got to score here soon. Now they're attacking. This is exactly, you notice, remember at the pregame I said the Blues need to attack? If they don't, they're going to be behind. They didn't attack and they were behind. Now they're attacking and they're ahead. All right?
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get a low $349 per month lease on Rogue.
Guys are playing good. I'll take it right now. See, we're at a commercial break, so.
Okay, that's dramatic. Better plans Verizon. Oh yeah, let's go.
New and existing customers can trade in any Samsung phone for a new Galaxy S24 Plus watch and tablet, all on us. That's up to $1,800 in value, only on Verizon.
Come on, I need 2 more points. Thomas, Kessel, and Scandella. You guys figure something out.
Snickers satisfies.
Oh,
No, I got this.
Let me help you with that. Are you sure? I got it.
Oh, I'm okay.
You want to flip those over, though.
Everyone can use a little help now and then. The Volkswagen Tiguan with standard front assist. Get 1.9% APR financing for 48 months on a new 2024 Tiguan S or lease one for $299 a month. Limited inventory available.
A little thing turns into a big thing. Change coming up right here with Turcotte.
Aaron, thanks for that message, man. I appreciate that, bud.
Puck in the neutral zone. Another stop here. You have Fiala going off. So the Kings don't have numbers on the way back. And guess what happened? The guy coming off the bench is LaFerriere. Watch this. 1 pass, 2 passes. Look at LaFerriere. He's in there now. But that split second cost his ability to get back into the play. I'm saying little detail because that's one of the things that Adrian Kempe told me yesterday. You got to be sharper on changes. The Kings were not. It took a while to cost them, but it ended up costing them.
Yeah, plus minus. I'm never gonna. There's no way I'm gonna get my plus minus up. Hey, Jason, how you doing, bud? But giving up rebounds a little bit more than Bennington, yeah. But he's keeping us in games and giving Bennington some rest. I still think it was a mistake start. I think he should have started the Columbus game, not this one. To be honest with you. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Kings led 5-1. The Blues made a goaltending change. They rallied, but the Kings held on for a 7-6 win. Joel Hofer, his second career game in his young career against LA, second start. Kings goals today, Kempe and Anderson Dolan.
Let me see. This is the first game we played against the King. No, it's the second game. We lost pretty bad against them in LA. Now that I remember that. That was a Dante game. Yeah, we lost 5-1. Talbot against Bennington.
The Blues work the puck free. Walker center shot blocked. Deneau blocked that bid by Hayes again a shot.
Oh, Hayes had a couple of good shots there.
Kessel holds it in, works it down low to Hayes. Puck bounces free, and the Kings are away with it. Deneau wrapped up by Toropchenko.
5:09 to go in the period. Yes, I have. I mentioned that earlier about giving up rebounds, Jason, before you came on. Yes, I was. I just seen that, and I thought that was thoughtful, and just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate that.
And the puck underneath one of the Kings who blocked that bid. Drew Doughty.
Yeah, you had a shift there where Fiala was on for a minute and 30.
I'll tell you what, guys. You know, I talk about this, and I talk about it a lot. I struggle with my mental health. I really do. And, you know, there have been many a times that I have not wanted to do the show. I've not wanted to talk to anybody. I've not wanted, and I do the show anyways. And you guys come on, and you really are like there and there and there. And I hate them. I hate them. They're doing bad on third jersey. Have you seen the jerseys for the Stadium Series? They're even worse. Right? When is the Stadium? I forget when the Stadium Series is, but they're even worse.
Hi, welcome. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? If you're thinking about joining a gym,
All right. I forget when the Stadium Series is. I know it's coming up.
today we help start the year right. You know what? We'll pay for your donuts too. And you can too. With a great deal on a reliable award.
When is the Stadium Series?
24 CRV-LX for just $2.99 a month plus tax. Or check out the CRV Hybrid, which gets up to 43 miles per gallon.
I know it's like almost here, isn't it?
What if everything came 2 days early?
Have a good weekend. But it's Wednesday.
I don't know. But those jerseys were really ugly. Yeah, I don't like the All-Star jerseys this year. They're pretty bad.
Well, the Kings needed production from bottom six. They ended up getting it here in this period. Lewis, drive to the net, get it to the net. Anderson Dolan on the doorstep. Then at the other end of the ice, Anderson Dolan block a shot once, get back up. Krug will try to, Krug said, I can't do it. So there's the courage of Anderson Dolan. Though he took that one on the inside of the left knee, and that hurts. But he's still there to try to block another one.
6-year pro, Jared Anderson Dolan. Blues with a 3-2 lead. Kyrou.
Yeah, man.
2 assists.
Yeah, that sports car racing is crazy to begin with, man, and the way they do the teams. But yeah, that really is crazy. Aaron, did you see the movie Gran Turismo? That was very well done. That movie was very, very well done. Uh-oh. Earthquake's coming. Hurricane, typhoon, tsunami. Matt Lowe agrees with me. That never happens. I would say, where's Bob Stradamus, but I know where he's at. He's at the Monster Jam. He took the boys to Monster Jam.
Lewis wins the draw. Spence out up high, looking for a lane. To Turcotte a shot, glove down. Hofer saw it all the way.
Shots are 10 apiece for this period. 22-20 overall.
Securing your 24-25 season tickets at the online open house February 8th. This is your chance to view and select the best available seats for next season before the general public.
It's not counting our chicken for it hacked, but I'd love to see the Blues get another goal here. Very, late in this period or early in the. They need another goal, right? Absolutely need another goal.
Misses his second straight game with illness. LaFerriere, 3 assists in his last 3 games. Kopitar in the corner, behind the net. The Kempe for LaFerriere, but it went under his stick.
Oh, I thought that went out.
Sent in down low, Anderson, LaFerriere, and off to Kempe.
Blues are kind of standing around. There we go. Buchnevich come down, throws it in. Thomas back around the net, but goalie clear. Kings goalie clears it. Riddick clears it.
His own dump in, but the Kings are changing. Robert Thomas has to negotiate his way around the referee, and they turn it over. Going to get a penalty, however.
Oh, Kings getting a penalty for holding.
Thomas is trying to come out of the blue zone, and I think they're pointing.
Thomas
one of the Kings' defense
drew a penalty.
It is Mikey Anderson, so it looked like a counterattack for the Blues.
Yeah, he has. The only thing I'd like to see him do is start, getting some pucks in net, not just on net. Right? I mean, he's got 12 assists, but that's all he's got. He don't have a goal yet, and he's a guy that's supposed to be able to call. And I'd like to see him, especially on the power play, be so much more active than what he is. Back on the power play. Blues have had 4 straight power plays.
Earlier in the season when the Kings got a kill in front.
Oh, Perunovic all alone. Nobody there, and he waited too long. He had a goal. Oh, my goodness. Perunovic should have absolutely buried that. Everybody, Perunovic is in the perfect spot. Oh, he should have fired. It should have just let that go. Thank you, Sandy. I'm doing better now that you're here.
Again, I was mentioning earlier in the season, the timeliness. This is when the Kings got a big kill early in the year. They need another big kill here today.
And right off the draw, the puck sent out of play. As we get a quick word in from Jack in the Box.
Contracts are just $3.29, so they're practically free. Not literally free, but practically.
Well, that last shot by Perunovic, give Riddick a little bit of credit there. He came out aggressively. Once he saw the play, that there was nobody out there. And because of that rush, maybe he missed the net because of it.
And off the draw, Perunovic, 2 primary assists here today. Moving to the left, hands it off. Thomas gets it down low on a centering pass. Neighbors missed Buchnevich in front. Blues with a man advantage for another minute 12. Up high, Perunovic. For Kyrou, who's got 3 points in the game. To Perunovic, a shot down low, tipped across.
Oh, Thomas just misses the power play goal. If he could have got that up, it would have been a power play goal.
When you're expecting or anticipating a cross pass as a goaltender, you play deeper in your net. And that's what happened right there. Down low, it happened a couple times. Watch the goaltender. One side, next side.
Oh, Thomas just needed to get that up a little bit more, and that's it. And he's upset with himself.
Left leg on one post, right leg comes across on the other post. He had the stick in position just in case something was going to happen. Split out, down low, tough to beat.
Kings win the draw. Come to center ice, shorthanded. Kempe checked as he got to the middle of the ice. Blues have fresh legs out. Their second power play unit. Kempe again tied up. Shen.
Shen, bad pass there. 35 seconds to go on the power play.
He's out there on the penalty kill as the Kings send it in on goal from center ice.
Hofer's very active. He always is. He likes to play the puck. He gets himself in trouble.
Yeah, Winter Classic jerseys, both years were really nice. I liked both of them. Uh-oh, Shorty. Shorthanded attempt. Offer makes a big save. Gives up a huge rebound, though. Oh, man. Second power play unit having some troubles.
Kings had some looks shorthanded.
Thank you, E. I appreciate it.
Kings at full strength. Now Deneau in the middle shoots.
Ouch! There we go. That hurt. That hurt. Give up one late. Ouch.
Gets the puck and then he gets to the inside. Moore was instrumental. Watching the outside. And just that little shuffle pass.
Alexandrov gave up a 50-50 puck.
Blues have numbers here. No look shot by Deneau. I think he fooled Hofer because Philippe's looking across and he decides I'm shooting right away. But the little touch pass
that hurt.
Allowed the position to change, meaning Deneau is no longer on the outside. He becomes dangerous on the inside. And the Kings, big goal. They get the kill, right? That big kill, and then tie it up.
Deneau with his 10th, and that came moments after Moore had a shorthanded bid. And we'll get a face-off on the St. Louis end with 1:07 left. So this game has gone back and forth. We're tied at 3. The game has been tied on 3 occasions this afternoon.
We got to remember Riddick on that last penalty kill. Again, the save, or at least...
I'm not sure what you're saying there, Scary. Yeah, brand new game.
He makes sure down low on some pretty good passing by the Blues makes the save. And that allowed the Kings to have their chance when they got back to even strength.
Deneau, Anderson, Dolan, and Kempe with goals here this afternoon for LA.
Got to answer.
And along the left wing boards.
You've come from behind twice and then took the lead. Now you've given up the lead.
The Blues can't get it in deep. Now they get the puck back. Vucinovic, a backhander on a broken play.
And you've missed some gorgeous opportunities.
Shoots it wide. Thomas battling, walks out, couldn't make a play. Kyrou and Thomas and Dubois
Battling along the boards. Kyrou, Thomas. Keeping the puck, though.
looking to work it out to the blue line. He'll carry it there himself. To Thomas in the right corner, slips a check, fans on a pass. Kings give it right back to Vucinovic, who centers. Shot. Kyrou, one-timer and a save made. I don't think Kyrou got all of it.
One-timer from Kyrou, but couldn't get all of it.
Chasing there. Kings were not able to contain. And every time the Blues had the players spun out, there's a spin out. Dubois can't get containment. Even though it doesn't work right there, the Blues keep the puck alive. Here's the play you're talking about. Yeah. Nick, it was a stick-on-stick play by the Kings there to make sure Kyrou doesn't get the shot.
That should have been a slashing.
And the Kings tied up.
On the goalie, man. That was an absolute... No, it's 3-3. 3-3, bud. 3-3.
Kopitar, another face-off win. Rimmed around the wall, out to center. Kempe will steer it down the ice. Up ice pressure, LaFerriere on Parayko. Parayko reverses for Leddy. 8 seconds left. Leddy up the middle to the Kings line. Hands it off on the right wing, but the play broken up. And that'll do it for...
That's the end of the second. Very eventful second. Both teams get 2 goals, and we're right where we were at the end of the first. We were tied at 1. Now we're tied at 3. Right?
Thomas and Pierre-Luc Dubois had a shift where they were kind of getting after each other the whole time, some physicality, and you can see that the intensity is picking up.
Yeah, so I'm on a good delay, man.
In 20 seconds left of the period.
Yeah, I can say that. Well, that, and I think the 5-on-5 that they just gave up, that was that mistake there. But again, let guys make mistakes and then do what you got to do, right? Keep playing hard and keep getting pucks in and getting shots on goal. I mean, overall, right? Shots were 12-13 in favor of the Blues. So for the game, they're 24-23 in a tie game. And we've seen the Blues in the last 2 games when it was tied clamp down. Hopefully they don't clamp down in this third. I'd like to see them, I'd like to see him get ahead and then clamp down. But overall, I mean, what can you say? So, how did this period shake out? Well, it shook out this way. At the 4:36 mark, Alex Lafayette gets a hooking call. During that penalty at the 5:39 mark, Anderson Dolan and Lewis do a little tic-tac-toe and make a shorthanded goal after the Blues don't clear the puck well. And it's 2-1. Less than a minute, 56 seconds later. 57 seconds later. On the power play, Butchie from Prunovich and Kyrou. Butchie just right in the middle. Just beautiful. And slammed it home. Then at the 12:07 mark, the Blues are able to get an even strength goal with Jordan Kyrou from Prunovich and Thomas to make it 3-2. And then after a penalty ends for the Kings, at the 18:44 mark, Denault from Moore ties it at 3. Yeah, and you're looking at two teams that I think right now are playing basically the same type of hockey. Now, what I mean by that, 14-7. Didn't know that Baltimore scored. KC's defense has not been as good as it has in the past. Right? Oh, I'm not even showing it yet on my update.
Daily fantasy made easy. Dive into the world of win reality. Experience unlimited at-bats from more than 600 pitchers.
Pacheco runs it in, huh?
Training that simulates all game situations and head-to-head action with family and friends. Master your timing.
Kind of keeping an eye on that too. Thank you, David.
Expert coaching. Let's see the progress.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's picking the Ravens. No one thinks that KC can win this game. But the fact that KC, took the early lead.
You done yet? It's 2 a.m. Why are you still scrolling through videos? You're not paying me overtime here. If you really want to see something new, why not change those shades that have been broken for the past 2 years? Let's tap the Thumbtack app, and in a matter of seconds, we'll find a pro to install new shades.
Okay. Oh, stupid commercials. Where are we at here? I think we'll cover the stats here for the game. Kings have 40 attempts, 24 shots. The Blues 38 attempts. Still right there. I mean, it's close. Blues have 17 hits. Kings have 14. Physical game. We're seeing that. Kings have 2 giveaways. Blues have 2 giveaways. Takeaways. Blues have 4. Kings have 8. They've been active. Kings have blocked 9 shots. Blues have blocked 5. Face-offs. Blues are winning that battle. 20-18. 53% to 47%. Shagalicious. Oh, I forgot to send Wendy a link. You still there, Wind? I don't know if he's still there.
From this team as of late, Bernie, and you're seeing it again here today. Yeah, and this is a hard game as we keep talking about coming back from a long.
There we go. Sent that to Wendy. How you doing, Shags?
So it's making very difficult to get your wheels going, but the Blues really.
Oh, I appreciate it, Shags. Go KC. Okay, third period goal stats for the Kings and the Blues. Look, we can take a look at that here real quickly. Just for David, man. David likes to know that. So in the third period, the Kings have scored 49 goals. and allowed 39. They're averaging 310 a game and giving up 260 a game. The Blues have scored 45 third period goals and given up 44. So Blues have a +1 in the third. Kings have a +10 in the third. Blues are scoring 290 and giving up 310. So almost the reverse of the Kings. Shots in the third. The Kings have had 499 shots. I think this is game 46 for them. So a little over 10 a game. So 499 divided by, I think 46 is right. So just about almost right at 11. They're giving up about 9 shots. 9 shots. Blues are taking about 9 and giving up 9.5, somewhere around there. Just guessing here real quick. Yeah, the Blues are taking 9.4 shots per in the third and giving up 9.9. So right there. So we'll see. We will see. Well, I'm from Missouri. Cheeto out for the year. I heard that. I heard something about that.
So if your goal this year was to save money and eat healthy-ish, we got you.
Healthy-ish. I don't know if anything at Jack in the Box is healthy, is it? Oh, man. Oh, one more thing we can cover. Wind tide. After 2. Wind tide after 2. The Kings are 2-2-4. The Blues are 4-1-2. That kind of, I think that's good on us, right? Really do not want to give this team a point. I sent the link, bud. I sent it. 99.9% sure I sent the links, Wendy. Yep. So check Twitter. Oh, 16 likes now. Sandy, Jason, E, thank you. Erickson, thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys putting some thumbs in the air, some likes, some loves. Makes me feel good about what I do.
Your old AC survived the summer, but will your furnace make it through winter?
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, hopefully that's a Blues commercial. No, yeah. Asking about a furnace making its way through the summer. Oh yeah, okay, that's a Blues one. Okay. Oh, there he is. You're good at what you do, guy. Thank you. Hey, Wendy.
What's up?
Been watching the game?
I've been flipping between the NFL game and this one.
I'd almost guarantee you're going for Baltimore.
Yes.
How did I know that?
I'm tired of seeing Kansas City in the Super Bowl, so I want something different for Super Bowl.
They're good. Were you tired of seeing New England in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Were you tired? Well, you don't remember that. You weren't born yet. Maybe you were, but you weren't. You wouldn't remember it. The Bills?
I was not born yet.
When was that? That was in the 90s, early 90s. Yeah. All right. Bills went to 4 straight.
Mm.
I remember the days of San Francisco being in the Super Bowl consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What do you think about the Blues play here lately?
They've been playing good hockey.
right? It's like I don't know if you could say that a switch has been flipped, but the style of play is definitely more along what today's game is. What you expect the team to play to have a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're seeing a lot more north and south. You're seeing a lot more time and zone. You're not seeing as much defensive hockey, and it's leading to better games. Now they are giving up goals, but then again, averaging 3 goals a game is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think I just said it. The Blues are giving up 3.1 goals per game. That's what they're averaging.
Yeah.
Right? That's in all actuality, that's not bad. I bet if I went and looked that up, that's probably mid of the pack, if not a little better.
Mm-hmm.
They're scoring 2.9. That's hurting them, but they're getting. I mean, because they have a plus minus of minus 12 right now.
Know how much I would give to see my team actually score more than a goal a game? We haven't done that in a while.
I told you he was going to get hurt this season. I absolutely told you he was going to get hurt
the
this
Hawks
season.
average 1.25 goals a game since Connor Bedard has gone down, being shut out 4 of the last 6 games. This is an AHL roster.
I don't see. I know, and I've stated, where the impression is of the NHL being rigged. I don't think any sport is. I honestly don't think any sport is rigged.
Also, I don't think Taylor Swift would be at the Super Bowl because she would be in Tokyo for her tour that she's on, apparently.
Oh, she's got a concert that day?
Yeah.
Well, no, she wouldn't cancel it. I don't think she would. Yeah, I just. It is very, very hard to rig something. The thing with a conspiracy, right, is for a conspiracy to work, the people that know about it has to be the minimum number.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And to think about what it would absolutely take to manipulate an entire season of 32 teams. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's almost no way to do it. There's almost no way to do it. And you go back and you look at in the NBA, the Tim Donaghy thing. Even with what he did, he didn't manipulate things like people think he did. Right? He didn't change the outcome of any season that anybody can sit there and go, Donaghy made this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The refs, the very rarely do refs ref the same team twice in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
The Hawks have had that a couple of times this season, though.
But it's rare. It's not a common thing.
Yeah.
Right? The only way that really, really happens is if you have like a weather delay or something.
Yeah.
That's about the only time. So the fact that the refs switch around, and if you wanted to make it to one team over another, what's going, you'd have to have every ref involved.
Mm-hmm.
And that's almost impossible. I mean, how do you have every ref involved and something not leak? Right? Somebody's conscience not get to them. That's the thing. It just doesn't seem possible to me. Not as many people. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of people there, but not a lot of people in the halls. Oh, okay.
I'm just glad I don't have to watch the Blackhawks get their butts kicked every night for up until the 7th.
We're off after. No, we play Tuesday, and then we're off till the 10th.
Yeah, we're up till the 7th. Our bye week officially started.
Water-based stain delivers color that showcases wood grain in one single coat. Dries in 1 hour. A quart is $13.98. Protect your projects with a top coat finish. Midwest.
My boy. What you doing?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I just kind of my mind's going a billion miles, man. Do you think that the Blues have a chance at making the playoffs?
I don't think so. If they do, it's the last wild card.
Yeah, I don't see him getting third. I could see him taking the first wild card, which would probably be better for them. Because I'd like to see him get in the West. And would that put him in the West? I'm not 100% sure.
Don't know. At this point, the standings have been bouncing around so much, it's hard to keep track. I don't think it would.
Nope. Well, no. Yeah, it would. No, it wouldn't. It would put him in the East. It would put him in the Central. Right? Pacific, right now, Vancouver. So looking at the Jets are at the top of the division with 65 points, tied with the Avalanche, but they also have 2 games in hand. Right? So if they won both, they would actually be tied with the Canucks. They'd actually have the same record as the Canucks. So then it would go to regulation wins, and the Canucks would have that. So the Canucks would get the second wild card. I don't think the Blues could get the third. I don't. Right? I mean, if they win the 2 games in hand they have on Dallas, they're still 10 points back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And 10 points to pick up in the next, 34 games, something like that. That's a lot. I estimated 95 points to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So the Blues need 45 more points. That's like 22 and a half games, something like that. Yeah. I guess my math was wrong. I had it differently before.
The team that's on the brink of falling out of it has been LA. They've been playing like crap lately.
Yeah, they're playing like at a 30% clip, right? And they could fall out. This game is huge for them. They need the point out of this game.
Yeah,
more than the Blues need the point, but the Blues need the 2 points more than the Kings need the 2 points. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. Okay, it looks like the game's coming back on. Let me flip over to the other channel here. Oh, game's back on. You gonna stick with me or bounce out?
I can stick around.
Okay. I have it on the Kings broadcast. If I had it on the Blues broadcast, I'd be like 2 minutes behind.
Oh. Also on NHL Network today.
Yeah, but because I'm in a Kings market, it's blacked out.
Oh, okay.
So I have to watch the Kings thing. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that they would show the NHL Network uses their own announcers, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's EJ Redick and Kevin Weeks on the call.
Yeah. I like Weeks.
What are you
Hoffer scares. Go ahead.
What are you expecting to happen when the trade deadline comes up? Will St. Louis be conservative buyers, high buyers, or sellers?
Conservative buyers, because they really don't have anything to sell with, right? And they're going to be, I guess they're going to be. They're going to be fighting for a playoff spot, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the playoffs are something that's not going to happen, right? And when you look at what the team has as far as free agents go and contracts, there are so many people that think Bushnevich and Leddy and Falk and all these other guys are going to get traded. That was pre-COVID economics. Trading a guy with 2 or 3 years left on his contract was pre-COVID economics. You could be pre-COVID, you could kind of project where the salary cap was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Post-COVID, you can't. Even with there was speculation that this season the cap was going to go up $3.5 to $4 million, and it went up $1 million. Now they have said it's possible the cap will go up $5 million next season, $4.5 to $5 million, but it could also go up $1 million. There's no path like there was before, and because of that, you can't trade guys with longer contracts because you can't spend money that you don't know is going to be there. Mm-hmm. That's pre-COVID economics. You would spend money that you thought was going to be there.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think that you're not going to see as many guys get traded that have more than a year, maybe two, but I don't see it. And if it is, it's going to be somebody low. It looks like Blues are going on the penalty kill. Time for them to get a short. Nope, we're going on the power play again. Tripping. So that's what. That's how I look at it. So you look at the guy that I think you're going to trade is Scandella.
Mm-hmm.
And do you get what do you get for Scandella? Could you get a prospect? Could you get a guy ready you know what I would trade Scandella for?
What?
If a team had a high-end prospect that's playing in college this year that could go pro.
Don't think a team's going to trade their high-end prospects for Scandella.
All right. If a team needs defense, they might. Scandella's had a good season. He's had a good couple of seasons. He's come back from injury well.
I already know the Blackhawks trade deadline plan.
What is it? Sell?
Nothing.
Nothing, just stand pat?
Yep, because we just signed Foligno, Dickinson, and Mrazek to 2-year extensions.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they signed Mrazek to a 2-year extension. I seen that and I'm going, Wendy's going to be pissed.
No, I'm not. I like it. Yeah. Mrazek's honestly been the Blackhawks team MVP this year. That's how well he's played with the Hawks.
Yeah.
Soderblom is the one who's been terrible and probably should go.
Yeah. Yeah, LA has not played a disciplined game. I will agree with you on that. Oh, Kyrou couldn't get that through, a little too soft.
I'm just waiting for more contract extensions to come out in Chicago because we have some.
What do you think Chicago's draft strategy would be?
Best player available.
Is there a solid goalie prospect in this year's draft?
We have 2 great goalie prospects in the system. Drew Comesso and Adam Guyon.
He'll get a shot on goal, but not a good power play for the Blues. Shots are 25-24 in favor of the Blues.
I think this year there's not many goalie prospects to look into for the draft.
Not many goalie prospects?
Yeah.
There's not a game changer in this draft, though, is there?
No, but there is a player that can be viewed as a superstar talent, and Macklin Celebrini.
All right, I've heard his name mentioned a little bit. Got a question for you, Wendy.
What's up?
Right now, everybody in the comments, be quiet because I don't want you to bring that. Because when you think of all the great coaches in sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
NFL, NHL, MLB, NBA, right? What do they all have in common?
Longevity and adaptability to the change.
Yeah, you got it. You got it right there. The adaptability. Now, it's not really longevity. Longevity comes from winning, but it's the adaptability. The fact that they're not afraid to innovate and change the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I brought that. I talked about that earlier. Because somebody asked me about Bannister, and I like Bannister, I do, but there's a difference between coaching a a young kid in the AHL and that same kid in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
You can't coach them the same.
Yeah.
And I wonder. Oh, Bushnavis, nice shot. I'll tell you what the Blues need more than anything else. And some people might argue with me on this. I think the Blues need one thing right now to at least give them a chance at making the playoffs or at least getting out of the first round of the playoffs. Right? What do you think it is? Do you think it's any? Is there anything that you think?
I don't know really. To be quite honest. And
Anybody else out there?
What?
Ooh, Kairu's hurt. Anybody out there? What do you think? If ooh, he's really hurt. I didn't say that. I was talking to Wendy. What if you could add one thing to this Blues team and to make them fight for a playoff? What would it be? I kind of know what it is on, man. I want to see if anybody out there in line. And well, you can answer this question. You think Celebrini's still going to go first overall?
Yes.
All right.
Celebrini, he's not like a generational talent like Connor Bedard, but he's supposed to be a great player you could build a franchise around. So, like, if the Blackhawks were to, for instance, to get the first overall pick again this year,
yeah,
the Hawks will have Celebrini and Bedard together, and that could be the cornerstone for the Blackhawks in this rebuild.
Is it almost like having a Taze and Kane?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's best.
Right. Yeah. Kansas City still winning?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dramatic.
Who's got the ball right now? KC?
Yeah.
New and existing customers can trade in any Samsung phone.
Looks like it's either raining or snowing there.
Yeah. Weather's going to be a factor. For me, the one thing that I think the Blues need more than anything else right now, and the thing, and I'm looking at, okay, what thing are we missing that could help us get to the playoffs? And it's a one-time shot. Right? We don't have anybody that's got that good, solid one-timer, especially on the power play.
Mm.
Right? And not just on the power play, but overall. So you see guys set up for it, but they're just not taking it. And if they had that one-time shot, that ability, that would create so much. It would open up so much in the offensive game that it would help the Blues all around, including defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy or?
I could see where you're coming from.
Right. Oh, looks like Ravens got the ball.
Here I am looking at freaking Ottawa, and I have no clue what their plans are. It sounds like they want to buy at the trade deadline when they're the fourth worst team in the NHL.
I can't see them buying.
Apparently, they've been very interested in Lindholm from the Calgary Flames.
Well,
that out last night when I was watching the Hawks Flames game.
Way to go, Kairu. Looks like he's staying in the game. He's a hockey player. I see the guy on. I know it sounds so wrong that I'm going to say this.
He's not going back to St. Louis. I know who you're talking about.
But doesn't it make sense?
I don't think so. I think that relationship is.
I don't think that relationship is as bad as you think it was.
I think it's done, though. I don't think St. Louis will bring back Tarasenko.
The way the fan base reacted both games that he's been back, it was huge.
Well, the fans will do that. It's the fact that I don't see St. Louis management bringing him back.
If you could bring him back for 20 games for $2.5 million, and you wouldn't have to trade much to do it, right? They would take. I bet they would take Scandella. They could use defense.
I don't know. I just can't see St. Louis bringing back Tarasenko.
That's that one-time shot.
The player where I can see Tarasenko ending up is staying in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
But going to like a team like Florida.
Florida doesn't have the money or the room. It does not have the room, and
Florida is willing to move cap to do stuff.
Do you think Tarasenko should be a third-line player?
I think they can manage to make him a second-line player on Florida. There's injuries in Florida that he could slot into the second line.
Right. He's playing third line in Edmonton or in Ottawa, and that makes no effing sense.
Ottawa doesn't know how to play players, bro.
Oh, too hot for Kyrou. That could have ended this. That could have ended this game.
Ottawa was doing the same thing with Alex DeBrincat last year. DeBrincat is a 40-goal scorer, and they were playing him on the fourth line.
Well, who else with the slap shot would the Blues be able to get?
There's not many players available to do it. And
or not a slap shot, a one-timer.
Yeah, there's not many players available to go after. And if I was Ottawa, I would be asking for a lot more than what St. Louis would be offering to try and bring back Tarasenko if they were to have done that. Because at that point, they know they're desperate, and they know if they could bring back a former player that has worked in the past, you can get more money in return in that.
They did it with Blaze. They brought Blaze back. They brought Sunkus back.
But Blaze isn't much of a valuable player for any roster.
All right, I'm just saying, I know it's crazy. I know it doesn't, in some ways it doesn't make sense but I just look at this team and I go, that's what they're missing. They're missing a Perron. They're missing a Tarasenko. They're missing a guy that has a nose for the net. Now, they might have that guy next season.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They might have that guy next season. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Snuggerud.
Snuggerud?
Yep.
I don't know.
That's how he was scoring his goals at the juniors. He's got a one-timer. That's how he's getting his goals in college. He's got a one-timer. And you're going to get him cheap.
I'm just looking forward for the Blackhawks' future at this point. Because we have some players getting ready to come up. And the Hawks could be dangerous next year with the young talent coming in.
They're 3 years away.
I'm just saying this, for a young team next year, they could be one of the more dangerous young teams because they'll likely have Frank Nazar in the lineup full time because Nazar, he still plays for Michigan this year, and he'll likely sign his contract at the end of the Michigan season. If the Michigan's in the Frozen Four, he'll be on the Blackhawks next year for sure. Oliver Moore could likely sign as the LC and leave Minnesota. Sam Renzel, who's been ridiculous putting up points in Minnesota this year by just getting assists because he's a defenseman. He has 12 assists since the World Juniors.
Yeah. College hockey is changing. College hockey is starting to change the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're seeing more and more guys drafted that are going to college teams.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, look at who's going first overall this year, Macklin Celebrini. He plays in college hockey.
Right. I think you're going to see more and more of that. I really do. I think the college game is evolving to a point. I think you're going to start seeing Canada may like this, but you're going to see less. You're going to start seeing guys from Canada go into college game instead of the juniors.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, and I think that you're going to start seeing more and more. You're going to see more. You're going to start seeing more college players, right? This is why I said I think the NHL should wait 2 years, change their draft age to 20.
It won't ever happen.
All right.
The nice thing about with the way they do it now, the players still can go to college, be 18, go to college, play a few years if they want to, and they could sign whenever they want. And if they don't want to play for that team, they could sign as wait their 4 years after college and then sign wherever they want to play.
So that's what MLB does.
Yeah.
Well, with MLB, the one thing with MLB is if they don't sign, if they go back to college, let's say I draft player A, right?
Yeah.
In whatever round it is, and player A decides to go to college. Well, I get a compensatory pick, and then he goes back. He has to wait 3 years till his junior year, and he goes back in the draft. I don't retain the rights on him.
Yeah, but in the NHL, you lose all rights to him if he goes free agent after 4 years of college.
Well, how long do they retain the rights for him?
After the 4th year, after being a senior, you can go to college.
Oh, what a save! What a save! Oh my goodness! No stick. Somebody get that puck cleared. Clear it now. I don't care what it takes. Ice it. Clear it now. He's got no stick. Oh, there's a trip. Oh, there we go. Blues are getting a trip. Hold on to that. And then they give it up. Another power play.
So for college players, you own their rights up until when they're a senior, but after their senior year, their rights can be turned free agent.
Well, what if they go to the junior route? Is it the same thing? 4 year? You hold their rights for 3 years?
For if they're in the juniors,
yeah,
I think you own their rights for at least 2 years, and the player will be re-entered into the draft.
Okay, I didn't think players re-entered into the draft. I thought they became free agents.
Nope, players do get re-entered.
Oh, he tried. You see that? He tried to Michigan, and it came off his stick. The Kings player tried to Michigan. Oh, he's going to get hammered for that. I don't know who it was, but Fiala for tripping.
I'm just waiting for the Hawks to have their more jersey retirement ceremonies because it's going to be coming soon.
I don't know why they haven't had more already.
The Hawks are the lowest number of jersey retirements out of the original 6.
Yeah.
Next month, Chris Chelios' jersey will be going up to the Raptors. I expect next year would be Brent Seabrook and Duncan Keith. Jonathan Toews, probably.
Yeah, Toews probably won't be back in hockey.
Yeah, Toews is likely retired. He hasn't officially announced his retirement, but he's likely retired.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a one-timer through. Blues with a man advantage. Krug to Thomas. His shot high and wide.
Well, good power play zone time. Couple of attempts. I don't know if they've gotten an actual shot on goal. A little too hot for Kyrou there. Get in front of the net.
On the 10th, I will be up in Chicago for an entire Blackhawks autograph signing.
Oh, what a save! Riddick just saved the game. Wow. Still 14-7 KC. Looks like they're into the second, right?
Yeah,
Second
with
quarter.
like a minute 40 remaining.
So then the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Oh, he just barely made that. That was a good shot. Good pass, too. Oh, if Neighbors could have just been closer to the net and gotten a stick on that, that goes in.
Since I'm going to be at Chris Chelios' jersey retirement game,
Yeah.
I could wear one of these two jerseys.
Oh, yeah. When is his jersey getting retired?
Next month.
Next month. Surprised they've waited so long.
Well, Brent Seabrook wore the 7 forever.
Yeah. Could have had Seabrook change his number.
Seabrook. At the point when Chelios retired, the Hawks already won a cup, and Seabrook was a key part of it. So Seabrook has 3 cups. Chelios may have 3 cups, but they were all won by with Detroit and Montreal.
Yeah. Oh, he won a cup with Montreal?
Yep.
I didn't realize he won a cup with Montreal.
Yep. The second to last Montreal Cup, so 89.
So I thought Chelios was a Blackhawks draft pick. I guess he wasn't.
No, he was. The Blackhawks traded Dennis Savard for Chris Chelios.
Just under 5 minutes to go in regulation, the Blues squander another power play. And we got one power play goal, but we're 1 for 6. That's not winning hockey. You can't be 1 for 6. Right?
I'm also considering maybe even bringing a Patrick Kane jersey up to that game for Chelios night. That's against Detroit.
Yeah. Kane's injured again, though.
He's injured, but he's supposed to be returning soon. The injury does not involve his hip. It's like a different type of injury. I think it's a shoulder injury, if I remember correctly.
They do. Yeah, and here is Kessel with a shot.
Oh, Kessel had his shot. Kessel's, man, he's got a shot to score, and he's you talk about a snake bit player. Kessel feels like a snake bit player for a defenseman. And I've liked Kessel for a while. Kessel's another college player.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I really think you're going to start seeing more and more college players come in to the league and have they're not going to need the minor league time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think that it's getting closer and closer to that point where guys can come in and just go right into the game without going to the minors. Newhook is a example of that. And I was surprised that the Avalanche moved on from him so quick.
I wasn't, because Newhook's play was not working in the Avalanche system.
Yeah, 1 for 6 on the power play is not good today.
Newhook hasn't been playing much either in Montreal.
The Blues have won their last 3 games 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 4-3 over Calgary, 4-3 in overtime over Vancouver, and Seattle. Came back against Seattle, came back against Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
And then they stole the Calgary one.
Kid to have 3 goals a game for the freaking Blackhawks. Haven't seen that in a while.
Look, I don't want to ever see anybody get hurt, but I told you I thought that Bedard was going to get hurt this season and get hurt bad.
I'm just glad once he's back, he's going to be. It should be relatively soon, from what it looks like.
The break helps. The break helps.
Mm-hmm. I'm predicting it. I don't think it will happen, but I predict it. The day he will come back is February 13th.
During an asthma attack,
That's only 4 weeks, isn't it?
That would be officially 5 days and 5 weeks and 6 days after surgery.
Okay.
So that's about that 6 week mark.
Yeah. And he's skating, so that helps. But he's going to have to wear the visor too, right?
Yeah, he'll wear the bubble. And
Yeah.
we know Bedard, he's good with the fishbowl on.
Jared Anderson Dolan gets the Kings second. I don't know how the Kings got
How
their
he
third.
went in the World Juniors, he was lethal with that fishbowl on.
Rings sounded good up here. It sounded good down there.
So I worry that he's going to get hit again. Right? I mean, he's got to put muscle on. He's got to put 10 pounds of muscle on. You disagree?
I think he's fine where he's at because if you look at Connor Bedard, he's built like a freaking tank compared to what people think of him.
What is he? He's 5'8" though, right?
Yes, but he's all muscle.
It goes right up the middle and past everybody and all the way down.
That time the Kings and Kopitar lost.
2:40 to go.
They won the face-off.
Now,
because of Ferrier.
do you think the Blackhawks name a captain next year?
No, they wait one more year. They give Bedard one more year to mature.
I'm thinking what happens is they name Nick Foligno captain for the next 2 years, and then the C gets passed right to Connor Bedard.
If your goal, if you're going, you plan on giving it to Bedard, right?
Mm-hmm.
What good does it do giving it to somebody else? Even if Bedard's not ready, what good does it do giving it to somebody else, knowing that he's going to get? It's like having a coach in waiting. You have a captain in waiting. At some point, the locker room is going to get divided.
The thing is, everyone looks to Nick Foligno as the captain right now. He's unofficially the captain of the Chicago Blackhawks.
And that's fine and well, because there's no C on there that can work. But you put that C on there, and it's going to split that locker room. It will absolutely split that locker room.
I don't think so, because if from what it looks like, Foligno signed his 2-year contract, and that's going to be it in the NHL afterwards. Because he will be almost 40 once the contract expires, and he could they can work. Let him work.
So he's got 2 years to go after this year, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it's not next year that's the issue; it's the year after that. Right? It's that last year of that. It's the last year of that contract. Bedard now will have 2 hopefully full seasons under his belt, because he obviously doesn't have a full season this year. But have 2 full seasons under his belt, 75 to 82 games, and maybe have that at that point have that leadership ability.
Mm-hmm.
But if you on that second year, and he's molded into that, and he knows he's going to be the captain, it's going to be like having a coach in waiting. You get somewhere in the middle of that season, and the guys don't know who to listen to. That's happened with Hitchcock and Yo. That's what happened with Hitchcock and Yo, and that screwed that team up amazingly. It took a team that went to the Western Conference Finals and basically had them missing the playoffs until they, righted the ship a little bit, but then get bounced in the second round.
I don't think it will be an issue on this point of view because of just the fact that it will be they are letting the captaincy get set up.
Overtime.
They know their captain right now is Nick Foligno, and he'll be here for the next 2 years after the season. They let him take on the C, let Bedard maybe wear an A, and then start the transition once Foligno's contract's up, giving the C to Bedard. I could see it happen like that, and the team will probably be okay with it because Bedard will be part of the leadership group already. He doesn't need a letter on his jersey to be determined a leader of the roster.
Fair enough. I'm just letting you know what my thought process isn't that bad. Is what I'm trying to come
I can
at.
see where you're coming from.
Right?
But
my thought process is not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. I honestly could see Nick Foligno get the C. I could also see Connor Bedard get the C after this year.
I think you wait a full year.
I could see it happen because the Blackhawks have history of doing it. Jonathan Toews, after his rookie year, he was named captain of the Blackhawks and was the youngest captain in NHL history up until Gabe Landeskog.
Yeah.
So I could see the Blackhawks end up naming Bedard captain this year. I could also see them end up naming Nick Foligno captain.
So even if the Blues win this game, the Kings will maintain their top spot in the wild card.
Yes.
Blues will jump. They'll jump the Predators. They'll jump the Predators no matter what. Even if they lose in overtime, they'll go over the Predators. They'll have points percentage in their favor.
Into the Kings zone.
That's an example there again. Kopitar won the drop of the puck. It went back, but then Kyrou was so quick to get on top of it.
So in overtime. Oh, I lost it. I had it. Overtime. Kings are 2-9. Blues are 6-2.
Kings are not good at overtime.
No.
Great effort there by Thomas, bringing the puck from his backhand to his forehand. Riddick read it well, played with patience, and got his right leg on it.
They've taken in overtime of those 11 games, 6 have gone to a shootout. Blues have had 3 of their 8 go to a shootout.
The Hawks have only had 2 shootouts all year.
Oh! There we go, Steiner!
That was a quick overtime.
A third 4-3 and our fourth 4-3 victory and the third in overtime. Wow. Steiner the Beaner. Steiner, who's had a rough season. These guys are coming together, Wendy. I've heard that too, and I hope they do.
I hope they don't.
Oh, hold on. There you go, David. Got to give David the happy dance. He's getting mad at me. Sorry, David. I was talking with Wendy and kind of forgot about it. I don't know. I don't mind going to 84 games.
They don't need to. Here's my thing. The league is getting longer, ending each year longer into June than it should.
Well, that's partly because they're starting later. They used to start the first week of October. Now they're starting the middle of October. I think that they're going to go. I actually think next season they will move back into the beginning of October.
In my opinion, they don't need all the preseason games they play. And 82 games is just enough. Don't go over that. Then you could go right to the playoffs, play it how it is. I'm okay. I like 82 games. It works out much easy. It works out better for schedule making than 84.
You know why they go to 84?
Expansion.
No? That's one reason. There's another reason.
Money.
Absolutely. That's an extra, what, $4 million? $4 to $6 million per game?
Then if they do 84, they should let teams, if for instance, have it where the Blackhawks could play Detroit for 3 times in the season or 4 times in the season. Make the
what do you think about the possibility of? And I don't know. You remember when the NHL had 6 divisions?
Yes.
What do you think about them going back to that?
I would be okay with it.
What do you think about them going to something similar to the NFL, to where the conferences are spread out throughout, and MLB, the conference itself is spread out across the nation?
I wouldn't go to that way.
I do, because I think that the advantage that the teams in the East have, from like Florida only playing for the rest of the season 1 game out of the Eastern time zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge advantage. And then they probably in the playoffs, the Eastern Conference never travels.
Yeah, I know.
They never travel. So if you had something that was more, and went back to the Campbell Conference and the Smite or was it Campbell and the, I forget the name of the two, huh?
Prince of Wales
Conference, something like that, to where you were more spread out. What was
I just want to be back in the division where it's Blackhawks, Detroit, back in one division.
That's only going to happen. That's only going to happen if there's some way to spread out the travel. That's the Blackhawks are the Detroit. Absolutely, they weren't traveling more than other teams, but they were time zone hopping.
Yeah,
they played more games out of their time zone than they played in their time zone.
I get that, but there is one thing. The Hawks are the only original 6 team that does not play against the original 6 more than twice a season. Original 6 teams are all in the Atlantic Division minus the Rangers and Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are the only team in the Western Conference.
I get that, and I see that. I just think that overall, you'd have to spread out, right? You'd have to spread out a
division. Here's a division I have always wanted to see work out, because I think it would. Minnesota, Chicago, Columbus, Detroit, Toronto. That would be a Great Lake division.
You're missing a team in that group. You're missing a team in that group.
Buffalo. I'm saying the Great Lake cities.
You got to put St. Louis in that group.
No, you don't.
Put St. Louis in that
saying
group.
it because the way I have it set up, it's a Great Lake.
Okay, here's the problem with that. You're all about the original 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What about the second 6? They're just as important to the original 6. Without the second 6, there is no NHL. Without the second 5 now, without them, there's no NHL. So to take Minnesota, which is part of that second 6, and say, now you got to go compete. You have to have St. Louis in that, especially after you had Minnesota, St. Louis, Detroit, and
the Minnesota
Toronto
Wild are not part of that expansion.
What?
The Minnesota Wild are not part of that expansion.
They are, but they aren't.
No, they aren't, because the Dallas Stars still own that history of the class of 67 expansion, it would be Dallas, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and LA as that class of 67.
Consecutive penalties, and even though the penalty kill didn't know,
I hear you. I just can't see.
You spend more time in a defensive zone. You put a lot of wear and tear in your top end players, and at the end of the night, the Kings.
That is
I don't know.
The extra huge point.
Because if you want to put, first of all, if you want to put a Great Lakes, the Great Lakes area, you take Columbus out.
They're on the Great Lake.
I thought Columbus was further down. Oh, maybe it's
They're
Cincinnati.
close enough to Lake Erie. It counts.
Right?
Columbus is close enough to Lake Erie. They are basically on a lake.
Huge win for the Blues today. Right? No, it's a good conversation we're having. This is a conversation we need to have. We need to come up and talk about. We could do a show during the break.
Mm-hmm.
Get you and me together and do a show and set up what we think the divisions could be.
Line up our own divisions.
Our own divisions, yeah.
And how many divisions would you want to do it of?
You set the league up the way you want to set the league up.
Okay, I could work on something.
I think the 6 divisions works better.
Mm-hmm.
I think MLB and NFL have it right to where they're moving all across the country. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you do that you can't do that with 4 divisions.
Yeah. Here's one thing.
And you know what I would do? Here's a way I would think I would break conferences up. North and South.
Okay.
Maybe. I see the problem is I don't want to put all the Canadian teams in one conference.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe kind of do it like this. Come down the country. Angle it.
Have to look into it. I have my idea of how I will have it set up.
The East has to be broken up.
I agree.
The East has to be broken up. The fact that you can put a postage stamp over, I think it's the Metropolitan, and cover almost all the teams. Or is that the Atlantic? Which one is it? There's one of them where...
The Metro.
I mean, you can just put a postage stamp over it and cover all of it. And I'd also like to see the NHL go to a 10-team playoff. And in the first round, do a best of 3 in one arena and buy everybody else.
Yeah, that won't work.
If you go to 3 and spread it out that way, right? To me, the reason they started with this is when they originally had 3 conferences didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You could be second in your conference and not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Because you play you play more in your conference than you do anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right? They had something in NFL that I thought was so freaky one year. I forget what team it was, but there was a team that went 6-10, right? And won their conference. They were 6-0 in their conference. They lost 10 games, and because they lost the 10 games, their conference play meant nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think the conference needs to matter. I think conference play needs to matter. You are not conference play, divisional play. Divisional play.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I don't want the Leafs in with us. I really don't. I mean, I remember the Norris days. Trust me, I do. But when the Leafs went out of the Norris division, I thought it was when they took the Leafs out. I thought that made more sense. I just didn't feel like the Leafs should have been part of that division.
Mm-hmm.
Right? One more game to the All-Star. That's right. We play Columbus on a 6-game winning streak. Nice, man. Longest winning streak since Oh no, I think we had a 6-gamer in 2020. I'd have to go back and look. In 1920, I think we had a 6-gamer. Might have had a 7 or an 8-gamer then. So, great one. Hey, Wendy, thanks for joining me, man.
No problem.
Greatly appreciate it. Hey, everybody, enjoy your football. Thanks for all the likes. Had 19 of them today. Jason Nickel, Chuck Marks. Oh my goodness, my shipmates. Gina McMillan, thank you so much. Sandy, all of you, thank you. Kairu came back, so he's probably fine. Guys, we 3 stars of the game were Kairu, Shin, and Hoffer. So I think Kairu came back. All right, I was talking to you and didn't even do the stars of the game. Right? That's another thing that we can talk about. Do you think the stars of the game needs to change?
I don't think so.
So, okay, yesterday or 2 days ago, the Blues beat the Kraken in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In overtime. And hold on. When was that? That was Friday. So on Friday, the Blues beat the Kraken. Right? Pavel Vucinovic had 2 goals and an assist. Robert Thomas had a goal and an assist. Vucinovic or Prunovic had. I think that's the main thing. So Vucinovic had 2 goals and an assist. Thomas had a goal and an assist. Shin had 2 assists. Okay? Here are the 3 stars of the game. Third star, Dumoulin, had a goal. Had the first goal of the game. Or first goal for the Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Vucinovic got the game-winning goal. The game tying and the game-winning goal was second. And Borkstrand, who had the second goal of the game and an assist, he had a goal and an assist, was the first star. That makes absolute 0 sense to me.
That sounds like Seattle predetermined everything.
Seattle media voted on it. I want this to change. I want the 3 stars to mean something.
I know in Chicago how they do their 3 stars. They usually wait until 5 minutes remaining in regulation. If it's already predetermined the game's going to end in regulation, they set their 3 stars up by seeing who had the better stats and put them in that place. If it goes through overtime, they wait until after overtime to determine who wins, who gets the first star by the OT winning goal.
I seen an NHL score sheet, and it has for 3 stars listed. 3 stars if home team wins. 3 stars if visitors win.
Mm-hmm.
Should be 3 stars of the game, period. But my problem is I can't put Borkstrom and Dumoulin over Vucinovic. I can't. Well, I can't put Borkstrom over Vucinovic, and I can't put Dumoulin over Thomas. Right? Shin had 2 assists. He assisted on the first goal and the game-winning goal. Thomas scored a goal that made it. Thomas didn't tie it, but he got it within 1, like a power play goal late, and then and Vucinovic assisted on that one. I just, for me, that's something that needs to change. You know what? In St. Louis, when the other team wins, almost always they get all the stars. Right? You're right, but if I'm gonna do 3 stars of this game, it's gonna be Vucinovic, Thomas, and then Borkstrom. That's how I would do it. You still there, Wendy?
Yeah, I am. I was
okay.
All
right. Well, Wendy, thank you, man. I had a great time. Always enjoy you coming on the show and chatting with me. You have a great one, and maybe I'll see you on Tuesday.
right, take care.
Bye, bud. Hey, boys.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues!